Close your eyes. Count to 3. Breathe deeply. Awaken, pig. Feel the air in your snout. It's time for your hot dog, pig. You like your hot dog, don't you, pig? It's $1.50. That's how much hog feed costs. Sit down next to all the other hogs and eat your chicken bake, pig. You want some soda, piggy? Do you want 60 cans of soda, pig? Do you want 120 servings of mac and cheese? Do you want your cheesy mac, piggy? Is it for your fat little hog children? You have 5 kids? You're Catholic? You're Catholic and you have 5 kids? Here's your huge fucking cart, idiot. Fill it up. You're saving money, right? That's why you're buying so much? Awaken, pig. Look around. You're in your enormous truck, waiting for gas in the long, long gas line, surrounded by other enormous trucks. You are all independent contractors in pure white trucks. Your phone buzzes. It's one of your tenants. Looks like they're going to be 2 days late on rent. You shake your head. Another eviction. This is why you need to save money. You're at Costco with Luke and DBJ. Welcome to Stores.
Stores, but where they sell your favorite stuff, but where the shelves are stocked with love, but where you find a line of happy shoppers. Stores, the friendly staff will wave and smile when you come to browse the aisles. So let's take a trip to all our favorite stores.
Do you think I have enough Bananergy to collect enough Banandium to save the golden bananas from Voidco and restore peace to Donkey Kong Island?
Well, you already told me you didn't watch the whole video, so like this is a false premise because you didn't see what.
But I want to talk about it.
Did you?
I want to talk about Donkey Kong.
Did you see the transformations?
No, I didn't see the transformation.
Exactly. So you were.
You know what pissed me excuse me. You know what pissed me off is Pauline is in the game, right? Obviously, Pauline is in the game.
We talked about this, but yeah,
I did already talk about it.
All right.
Sorry to jump in already, but can you clarify the comments you made a couple weeks ago about that trailer making you want to cry?
I was really happy about it.
And now
when I see Donkey Kong having fun, it's like I'm seeing me having fun. Does that make sense?
Now you're bitching. Now you're changing your tune.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's
say
not
what
bitching.
You said this morning about.
Okay,
yeah.
here's my problem. Cranky
I
Kong.
can't wait to get our
in
guests
the
on
Donkey
this.
Kong Bonanza Direct. Cranky Kong confirms via dialogue he was the original Donkey Kong, right?
Okay.
He was the original Donkey Kong, and then this new Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong Jr.
Okay.
This is known information.
Yes.
Who else is in the game?
Pauline.
But she's young Pauline.
Why couldn't it
Which
be
has
Pauline's
to be
daughter?
It's not Pauline's daughter.
How do you know?
We know it's not Pauline's
A woman
daughter.
can't name their daughter after them? Can't be Pauline Jr.?
It's not Pauline Jr.
I
know it's...
And to my previous
really
point, when you do a redesign of a character, you are allowed to rewrite the narrative.
Okay.
You're allowed to take some liberties. We're doing a full
I'm
redesign
not
for a
trying to
new
be
generation of
negative.
gamers.
I was trying to be positive, okay? I was trying to get positive about Bonanza.
How is that possibly positive that you're already bitching about the canonical Donkey Kong? And by the way, I'm
just trying to wrap my fucking head around it.
It is so good that
I'm just trying to fucking understand.
We've taken Donkey Kong away from the horrid British who designed him and made him ugly.
Yeah.
We're giving him back to his creators at Nintendo HQ, and we're making Donkey Kong beautiful.
They didn't make him ugly. He's a monkey.
He's more beautiful now. Those bedroom
Guy
eyes.
who thinks Donkey Kong was supposed to be a guy. And they're like, oh, they
Why
made
is
him
he wearing
ugly.
that tie?
They made him ugly.
Okay. Let's get our guest in on this because this
This is actually a good one to have Nick in on.
Yes,
is the Donkey Kong conversation.
Welcome to the podcast. You know him, you love him. He's the host
of Doughboys and the Get Played podcast.
Yes.
Relevant to this conversation.
Exactly.
We got with us in studio today, in person, Nick Wiger.
Wow, thanks so much for having me. Yeah, I'm fucking dying sitting over here, keep my mouth shut while you're talking Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
I like. Here's the thing: are we convinced that apes age at the same rate as human beings? because it could be the same Pauline.
You're saying in universe, not in real life, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Because it could be the same. Like maybe these apes have shorter life expectancies. They age more rapidly. It's like a dog's
Like they're
lifespan.
clones?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just saying. I'm trying to understand.
You're saying Cranky Kong started the Les Enfants table.
Cranky Kong has Benjamin Button's disease.
That's not what I was saying at all.
Right. I mean, that would solve it, though.
I
You
get
got
both the
it.
references though, but
Yeah.
like it could be Cranky Kong did
Yeah.
kidnap that same Pauline, and now he's old, but it's just a few years later from our perspective.
Because we don't
Then
know
why is
how old
Pauline a
Pauline,
baby?
but we don't know how old Pauline is in the original game.
You
Right.
think she's 4?
She's not. Well, hey, okay.
Okay.
What if
okay.
it's
no,
one?
no. Shut up for a second. Okay. Pauline is a dime. All right.
Yeah.
In the original game, she's a dime piece.
In
That's
the original
whole
Donkey
idea.
Kong.
Right.
That's the whole idea of the game.
Right. I guess that's why Donkey Kong
Is that
wants
Donkey
her.
Kong, who's an ape, he doesn't know about human culture,
Yeah.
but even he understands this lady's a dime,
Okay.
and he can't resist her.
Right.
This is all in the game.
Okay. So, where are you going with this? So what's next?
Go for Luke. And what were you saying?
That's it.
Sorry.
So what? Okay, but now it's we've what is the point? And please, Nick, jump in.
Yeah.
What is the point of doing a redesign on one of your iconic characters if you're not going to have some fun with the lore? Do we need it? Do we need 40 years of an already lore that it already is
touch
that
me
goes
while you're talking.
against
Don't
the-
touch
it
me.
already goes it already goes against, like, the Donkey Kong lore already isn't straight ahead. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different takes on it. It doesn't all make sense. So why can't we have some fun in the redesign? Pauline's a kid. We're doing a sort of like when there's a big monster and a little girl. That's a fun trope.
Sure, and you know what? It's like you were saying. The canon of Donkey Kong, especially once Rare gets involved, is very convoluted.
Yes.
It's like the Great Ape War is implied,
Yeah.
alluded to, but we don't
Yes.
actually know what that was. I don't know if that happened in the Bonanza canon,
Or maybe it has yet to happen.
maybe it's yet to happen. Yeah. And so I haven't watched. I guess I should say at this point I haven't watched the direct yet. I've just heard about it.
Okay, all right.
can
all
I
right.
It just
pitch
happened this morning as of this recording.
Can I
Yes.
pitch a theory?
Yeah.
Okay. In many oral traditions,
Mhm.
like mythological oral traditions,
Anansi, the spider god. That's just I'm just giving you an example.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
I
welcome,
appreciate the
you're welcome.
support. But in many of them, the past, present, and future are all told of in the past tense. They're all being talked about. Like in Norse mythology, Ragnarok is a story that's told in the past tense, although it has yet to occur. There's the mythological past, present, and future.
Okay.
So perhaps that is what Donkey Kong Bonanza is.
So you're
Is it
going. So
something-
you're
it's
proving
something-
yourself wrong right now.
What?
I mean, you're the one that like had the issue in the first place. Also, can I throw out the way Cranky Kong looks? They could all just turn into Cranky Kong. Maybe that's just what they look like when they get old. So maybe that actually is. Oh wait, but he says it in the direct.
Is Wrinkly Kong? Do we see Wrinkly Kong at all? Does she make her presence?
I don't
felt?
think that she's been seen since Donkey Kong 64.
We do have new
Yeah.
Kongs though, and I don't want to spoil it for you, Nick, because I know you're going to go watch the direct after this.
I should have watched. I didn't know this was going to be discussed.
No, it's
in
okay,
depth.
it's
I
okay.
apologize for not watching.
It's all
I should've
good.
known
Cranky
what-
Kong fucked Wrinkly Kong.
That's the thing. Cranky Kong fucked Wrinkly Kong, and then also Wrinkly Kong died between Donkey Kong Country 3 and Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah. Yes.
but it was never explained.
Yes, or
Well, she was
she's a
old.
ghost.
I mean, I don't think we needed an
Yeah,
explanation.
but I mean, like we just like
actual causes, I think, could probably be heart attack in her sleep.
In Donkey Kong 64 when she's coming out to give the hint, and she was like, "By the way, I had bone cancer, so I woke up one day and my leg just buckled out from underneath me."
People don't realize there's a great Easter egg where you can find her death certificate in that starting house.
well, in a work of fiction,
Right.
I feel like you want some closure, and like you don't want to just be implied like, oh, okay, this character just died
Right.
off camera. This
Right.
character just died between chapters, and I never got an explanation.
But is that not?
say like,
does
"Oh,
that
she
not?
got caught up in some truck wheels"? Give me something.
Right.
Give me something.
Doesn't that though kind of like make it okay that none of it, because you're pointing out that we've never had an attention to the Donkey Kong lore in the way maybe we as consumers would want there to be.
Maybe.
And now, like, how am I supposed to follow Pauline's age if I don't even know how Wrinkly
just sick of
Kong
all
died in a big car
Man,
accident?
imagine having that one beautiful night with Pauline, then going home to fuck Wrinkly Kong.
You think that the original Donkey Kong he fucked
mind
Pauline?
He had a beautiful night with her.
What are you talking about?
It was no, I don't think they fucked. I think it was kind of like a lost in translation thing.
Oh.
They probably like held hands on a hotel bed.
I don't know. He was pretty focused on throwing those barrels, man. Didn't have time.
Yeah, but that wasn't at Pauline.
Okay,
right?
let's get to DK Spaceport. The next thing we're talking about with Mario Kart World.
Of course,
level.
for Mario Kart World, do we think DK Spaceport good?
I
Maybe
think
a little
it's
bit
great.
too big?
I think it's a great homage to the original Donkey Kong game, and I for one can't get enough of DK Spaceport.
Let's start interviewing our guest. I have some
Sure.
interview questions for
Okay.
our guest Nick Wiger. Okay.
We can come back to DK Spaceport
Yeah, absolutely.
if we need to.
So,
Okay.
first question. Do you own or rent a second property which provides you with passive income?
No, but it seems like a great thing to do economically because it seems like
Yeah.
the people who do that are just like, you don't
Yeah.
have to work. You just
just
have
ma-
it. And you're
you just
making
make money, yeah.
It-
Do y'all do that?
I wish.
I
Yeah.
like when my landlord sends me a message because one time I forgot to send my rent for 2 days, and he sent me a message like, "Hey, I can't pay my mortgage because you didn't pay me rent," and I'm like, "Am I paying for your house?
Yeah,
Is that what's
that's what the transaction is.
I'm the breadwinner in your family?
Yes.
Right.
Is that what's going on?
Right.
His occupation is having you as a tenant.
His occupation
And you're fucking him, by the way. By the way, just in case you weren't sure, you fucked him.
I'm in the red.
Do you
Also, by the way, don't use the dryer until after 7 because it uses too much electricity. Thanks. That's some shit he pulls on me.
Well, it's California.
Did
man.
you have was there a fridge in your apartment when you moved in?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's not like legally they don't have to provide a
Yeah.
refrigerator in the state of California.
So weird.
I have
That's
I have
interesting.
lived in places that did not have a fridge, and in fact, I lived in a place we got a fridge, and moving it out just it's a big appliance, it's
Yeah.
a big pain in the ass, and we were just like, well, this place didn't have a fridge. We're just gonna tell the landlord we're just gonna leave the fridge for the next tenant, and so that's what we did when we were moving out. We lived there like 4 years and paid them tens of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
and they were like, you got to get rid of that fridge. Like, we
That's
don't
your
want
problem.
we don't want that fridge in there because then we have to take care of it for the next tenant. It's like,
You free fridge.
yeah, what are you talking
What are you
about?
fucking talking about?
It's
I don't
so
understand.
crazy. That was so surprising when I moved out here. I was like, what do you mean you don't have to have a fridge in the house?
Here's what I think it is. I think that every landlord is in some psychotic Facebook group that turns them into like a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they turn into a total freak and they think that everybody's trying to fuck them at every turn.
The fridge story they read about on
Yes, they read the
Landlord,
they
where
read the
it's like-
fridge
yeah,
story,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, if I'm liable for the fridge, it's going to ruin my whole life
Yeah.
because
They're
my tenants are
fucking me.
my
Yeah.
tenants are all trying to fuck me. That's
Right.
what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening to their brain. It's the only thing that makes sense. When I moved into my apartment, by the way, I like my apartment. I like where I live right now.
Great.
However, when I moved in, it was not cleaned out, and there were like needles in the kitchen cabinets. They're like needles,
like
What kind of
medical
needles?
Yeah.
like medical needles.
Oh wow.
Now, I think that they were just for like somebody who had diabetes or something like that. But it was like,
Were they used?
no, they were in the package.
Free needles. Not so bad.
I ended up throwing them away.
Was a previous tenant a mad scientist?
That would be yeah.
I mean,
Though he'd probably need the bigger ones.
He probably would need the.
You
big
know what I'm
boys,
talking
yeah.
about when it's like with
Right.
the plunger.
yeah,
Those are so cool.
there was a lot of glowing green goo as well.
Oh, I
In
could
the
tell.
needles,
Yeah, in the needles.
Hulk serum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could be mutagen.
Well, I didn't.
that would be sick.
Wow, I didn't.
That's
use
what made
it. I
the
just
Teenage
threw it
Mutant
away.
Ninja Turtles all crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I threw all the
Mutagen.
mutagen in the garbage can, and then the garbage can walked away. And I thought that was
That's how this happened, man. It was in the garbage, and then where'd it go?
well. I thought it wasn't my trash can. I thought it was already doing that.
Okay, I have a
Before I-
follow-up question. Are
Yeah.
you thinking of buying a second property anytime soon?
I don't own a first property, so
Cool.
but I mean, I guess that is a move. Is that you could buy the second property to rent out while renting yourself. I don't know if
So
there's a way you
crazy.
come out economically ahead by doing that.
I'm
but
sure
I
there's
guess it's an
some
option.
there's some stupid.
But then
way
you got
can.
two properties.
Then you get two
Meanwhile,
properties.
we have zero.
Right.
Right. Between all of us, we have zero properties.
Yeah.
This guy's got two.
Yeah, none of us have any property. Yeah, we don't. None of us own any property.
You do, or
Do we talk about stores?
All right,
that's
man.
kind of like the idea of the podcast.
you were trying to find an ally at Nick by being like, "This guy's probably a landlord
No,
too, right?"
No. And a lot of people in the Facebook group are really nice. There's a lot of mutual aid going on in the landlord community.
mutual aid had a kick at.
The whole thing with I don't understand why it's always adversarial. Like can't you just have a landlord who's just like, yeah, we know what this is. Like I know that you were this is an unbalanced sort of transaction. You know, you need to give me money so that you have a place to live. I'm coming out ahead in this. We understand what this is, but like, hey, I'll just be nice to you. I'll just take care of things. If something's broken, it won't be a huge pain in the ass. I won't suggest like this is like the biggest obligation of my life.
Yeah.
I've had better experiences and I've had worse experiences.
Yeah.
But I think that the older I get, the more I think it's just like a big part of American culture is just this feeling, like I said before, of everybody's trying to fuck me.
Right.
Like just that's what everyone thinks. There's always somebody out to get you.
Yeah.
And it's not my friends. My friends are all cool. Everybody that I know and interact with is cool. But there's some like
nefarious force.
There's some vague, blurry mass of people trying to fuck you
Also,
over.
the small business owner, which is essentially what a landlord is, I feel like is the most paranoid, and that like you're working on such slim margins a lot of the time.
Yeah. Well,
that
this is
you're like
actually this is actually a great
it's
way to
actually
get
kind of hard to be a landlord.
small business owner is actually a great way to get it's
It's actually, if you think about it,
when I think about it, they're making quite a sacrifice.
I'm doing the math in my head.
Yeah.
Huh.
you
Because
keep breaking.
they could just live there, but they're letting you live
Yeah.
there.
And you keep breaking the fucking dryer. It's bullshit. Throwing out his good needles? Yeah, but it's so hard, man. So hard for you.
He knocks on my door and he's like, "Hey, I left needles here 7 months ago. Do you have any?
Fuck, I
need-
needed those needles.
I need those. I'm actually going into diabetic shock. So if you could help me out, please."
You would pay your rent so I can't afford my insulin. Was your only interview question, does Nick own property?
I got other stuff, but it's like this. Do you want to read this one?
No, I don't really.
Nick, do you want to read that one?
Yeah, I can read this one. In your notes, it's the bullet point that says, "Does your pussy ever hurt?" Yeah, I don't really have an answer to that one. I don't have a pussy, so
Yeah.
That was written before
That's
we
kinda
knew
like
you were the
cru-
guest.
Oh, got it.
That's like
Kinda
crude
just a catch-all.
humor.
What?
Yeah.
It's like crude. I don't really
Not
like
supposed to be funny.
that. Okay. Well, it wasn't.
This is
so
like
don't worry.
this is a get to know you question.
Right, right.
You know, and then we
I
get
like
into
the
the
other
store.
one about stores video games.
That is, yeah, we can actually talk about that. So obviously, you're the host of the Get Played podcast.
Sure.
You like video games.
I do like video games.
And yet you haven't seen the Donkey Kong
There's a-
Bonanza direct.
Shut the
There's a
fuck
whole
up.
Interesting.
Leave him alone. This is my friend.
Interesting.
Okay, and there's a lot of games that are themed around stores,
Yes.
or they're like store simulators. Our friend Chibley got very into the
Trading
po-
card
the
game
trading
simulator.
card, the
Mhm.
trading card store simulator. Do you enjoy like like that kind of sim experience, like Sims at all, or
Yeah,
specifically
I-
a store game?
No, yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a store focused one I've really gotten into. I understand the appeal of it, and I do like micromanaging like a farm or what have you.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, like having like a retail business doesn't really appeal to me in the same sort of way.
There was this game Moonlighter.
I
which-
remember Moonlighter. Yeah.
which I really enjoyed, where you go down into the dungeon and you get stuff from the dungeon, and then during the day you sell stuff in your store
Right.
that you got in your
I
dungeon.
played that, yeah.
And that was a fun loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Never got a sequel. But
I think it is. Those games are so dependent on their loops too, of like whether the loop is fun.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes games like those appeal to us because we stream, because they're like you can kind of endlessly, mindlessly do it. But if I get hooked on one, I cannot stop. I really have it in me. But I feel like the store, like
I
our
think
friend
Joseph Gordon-Levitt would like it
Because he's a looper.
because he's a looper. He'd be like, this loop is good.
He's always trying
I
to
don't know why he
close loops, though.
yeah, I think
is the
that's
thing,
the
yeah.
opposite.
So
he
wouldn't
hates the loops.
So he's not a big
right?
fan of roguelite RPGs.
No, because
No.
he's like, when I want to get to the end point here.
Yeah, right.
I just want to close this.
It kind of
thing.
fucked up his whole life, these loops,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. Did you like in that movie how I loved the detail of the cars were the cars from now, but they all had like these shitty solar plates kind of attached to them on top. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
I loved that. I just thought that was a nice touch. Ryan Johnson, we salute you for some great world building. So
I like a shitty future. I like that
Yeah.
a little bit. It's just like, oh, this is kind of a low rent sort of, extrapolation.
I always like the future from the movie Her, even though I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if I love that movie, but there's some stuff about it that felt very, very prescient. Like
for sure.
Like it was, when did that come out? 2010 or
Yeah.
something? And it was like, in the near future, everybody's going to have a mustache again and wear weird big pants. And guess what? Everybody has a mustache again and is wearing weird big pants.
Period.
High-waisted, I think, was a big thing. They're
Yeah.
the high-waisted pants.
And that's correct.
Yeah, and they also there's a train to the beach which now exists. And
Look
it
at
was in the
that.
planning stages back then, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the expo line opened after the release of Her.
And we could go to the airport now on the train.
It's
How cool
true.
is that?
We can
Pretty
go to the
cool.
airport.
It's pretty cool. I'd love to see LA Transit get nice in my lifetime. I don't think it will, but it's getting there.
It's making some steps.
Yeah.
I think the D line, the purple line expanding west, you know, that's happening in phases, but the first phase will open in just a matter of months. It's going to
Yeah.
go all the way from downtown over to mid-city. So that'll be nice.
I feel like it's not a real transit system until it connects to the airport, because that feels like the core.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So that is a thing.
Is this what the show is? Is
We're
this
just-
like what the show is? Or?
I'm just making conversation, and you grind it to a halt to ask her stuff like, "Does your pussy hurt?" Like, that's not really appropriate. It's not funny or appropriate.
Luke, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
1 sec. I'm still like learning how to do this.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
trying
still
to.
trying to.
Yeah, right.
You're
So
both
what?
doing great.
Still
So
trying to- Nick,
your
I
idea.
said,
so-
give me a second.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Nick,
said,
he did. All right, and I will have to defend my
Feedback.
co-host. I'll have to defend my co-host. He did say give him a
Okay,
second.
fair.
So please, just wait a
I'll lay
second.
out.
When I'm on a roll with our guests, I'm getting them comfortable. We're talking.
roll.
We're on a roll. We're on a roll talking about the subway. And you ground it to a fucking halt. Do you think? How does that make me look, and how does that make our
I'm
guests feel?
sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. And I want to apologize.
All
to
right,
you.
great.
Okay.
Nick, please.
One issue with LA Transit is that it is mononodal in its current design.
Yeah.
So everything connects through the downtown
Yes.
hub. You have to go through the Metro Center and Union Station.
Which makes no sense given the geography of our city.
No, it doesn't make sense that if I want to go from, where I live on the west side to the valley, I have to go through downtown first. It's really indirect, and it adds, minutes, or in some cases it can add an hour to your commute where it would be a lot more direct if you were driving. So things like the K line, which they have now, which goes down Crenshaw Boulevard, is actually a first step in kind of expanding, like adding more spokes, adding more hubs
Yes.
that spokes can come off of. That one should eventually connect all the way north, and then they've been talking about building one and a Sepulveda
Right.
line that would go north-south.
Yeah.
So that could be another connection point.
Right.
Yeah.
But any time
Yeah.
where you don't have to go
Just
to the
listen. You might fucking learn something. You might learn something instead
when
of
you
thinking
don't
your
have
head.
to go to the same destination
thing you
to
need
get.
to
You know what I
say
mean?
next.
It's
Yeah.
a really inefficient design.
We need more north-south.
More north-south lines.
on the west side.
I
basically.
miss
Now, how would we feel about a
Chicago.
loop?
I
was just gonna
think
bring up-
that's the idea, right? Eventually there would. Well, no, maybe I'm thinking of DC.
I miss Chicago. Chicago had the public transit in Chicago was transformative and allowed me to live there in a state that I would not have been
Yes,
able to live
yes,
there if the
yes.
public transit was not the way that it was.
Right.
Public transit is quite good in Chicago.
It was unbelievable.
enjoy the bus, enjoy the L.
The last time I was in Chicago, I was riding the train and I was getting like misty-eyed because it was a little nostalgic for me because I'm remembering like when I was 21 or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's also just like, God, how beautiful is this? I don't need to drive everywhere.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
It was beautiful.
When did you live in Chicago?
I lived in Chicago from when I was like maybe 21 until 24, 25.
Okay.
I think.
And I also lived in Chicago.
Did you really?
Yeah, we didn't know each other then, but I was out before here. I lived there for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coincidence. I still miss that place, but
Yeah,
everybody I know in
too cold.
Chicago left.
I know.
I've had a
same.
lovely time when I've been there.
Yeah,
It's a nice
it's a great
city.
town. Yeah, it's a much easier place to be broken 21 than LA is. I'll say that.
Absolutely.
And I think that was
Absolutely.
like a big thing. Where it was like my rent wasn't insane, so I
Sure.
could kind of like live like shit, and it was okay, which made
Yeah.
doing stuff.
The only way I was able to move to LA is because I have a stable, not really a stable job, but I have a job that it will continue to exist and can be done remotely.
Sure.
And that's very
Defense
unusual.
contractor for Raytheon.
Yep. Well, I'm not.
/ landlord.
I'm like an ideas guy for them. They'll call me up and if they need like an idea for like a new kind of gun or something.
Yeah, I'd even kill a drone that kills itself when it's done, so there's no trace.
I weirdly have. I just realized I have an anecdote that's kind of connects these two things because I had a
Drone
roommate.
anecdote.
No, it's not a drone anecdote, though I might drone on.
Okay, okay, Nick. Okay.
That's why
It's
he's a
a
master.
my my roommate, one of my college roommates, got a job, was a computer programmer, got a job right out of college at a defense contractor. And it was just like immediately, it was like, I want to cash in. They're gonna, I think it was Northrop Grumman, might have been Raytheon, but it's like this place is gonna pay me 6 figures right out with a bachelor's degree. I'm just gonna cash in.
Yeah.
This was an experience that I had at the end because I went to college in Baltimore, which is right next to DC.
Right.
And it was a STEM college. And so a ton of my friends at the end of college, I learned a lot about all of them all at once.
Yes.
because like, 5 or 6 close friends were all like, yeah, I'm just going to take the most evil job on the face of the fucking planet. Making a
work at
making a
McKinsey or
I'm going to make a
whatever.
camera for a missile that detects the skin color of people on the ground and like and it's like fucking okay, I guess that's okay. I guess you got to live, whatever. I think it's evil, but
No, I already knew he had no like moral center prior to this.
Right,
Just based off of living with the guy.
Right.
Anyway, so as part of the process for him getting this job, he had to have a background check from the Department of Defense. And so this super old, straight up told me that he was like 2 years away from retirement. A Defense Department guy comes to our apartment to interview me.
Crazy.
And to do a background check on this guy. And so... he's going through it, and he was he was mostly talking to me about how I need to get into timeshares. Like that was most of the conversation. that can become a great profit center for me. But anyway, he was talking about timeshares, but then he also was in between that would have and did your roommate ever talk about any sort of, subversive action against the U.S. government? So you throw those questions, and then he got to a certain point where he's like, okay, I need to speak to the landlord because that's who's on the lease. Are they in the premises? And I was like, no, actually, they live in San Jose. Which is another thing. Your landlord can not even live in the same city, just completely absentee, all passive income.
absolutely.
But it's like they're actually in San Jose. That guy's like, I'm just gonna put down that you're the landlord. And so he just filled out on the form that I was the landlord, this guy's friend and landlord. And then they just
For
cleared
national
him.
defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to San Jose.
Yeah.
I'm
Tired.
Yeah.
Tired. I'm tired.
That guy goes on to make like that missile that has blades on it or whatever. The one that doesn't explode just is more lethal. Have you heard of this thing?
No.
Now I know the missile that does not have explosives. It just goes so fast. It's like it blows up.
Oh,
I know that
interesting.
one.
Oh, like the
I've heard about the
titanium rods
flechette
thing?
missile.
Yeah, the flechette missile. That's what it is. Like, so it's specifically
It's such
designed
a pet thing to hear about. I know about the flechette missile. Do you guys know about rods of God?
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's actually what I was going to bring up. The big shit where they just shoot a titanium rod and it's so powerful.
From a
it's
satellite,
like it's worse than an explosion, but it has no payload other than
It has
it's a
no
big-ass
payload,
rod.
but it's a tungsten rod that's being dropped from the space. So it
Can I just really quick, can we finish up with the flechette missiles? So it hits and then it shoots like knives?
Yeah, it like spawns a bunch of
it
blades.
doesn't spawn them. That's
You know what I mean?
they don't
It
blink into
procs
existence.
blades.
It spawns blades.
Yeah.
Great.
Now I'm
let's-
just imagining it's the Minecraft spawner with a fucking knife spinning around inside of it.
We're doing roguelike missiles now.
we don't know what's in the payload until it lands. It's sometimes it's something fun like Beanie Babies.
Yeah,
Should we talk about Costco?
Yes.
I guess so.
God, let's.
Costco. Well, I don't. I was gonna start talking like I knew what Costco was, but it's a store. What do you?
What?
You talk. You talk. You
Okay.
talk. Don't look at me.
What? Costco. I mean, know it, love it or hate it, Costco is here to stay. Who am I addressing? Costco is a store. You've probably seen these things around. It's a warehouse store. The whole thing is that the things in there are cheap, but the store looks like shit. That's kind of the point of it, right?
Yeah, Costco has a very interesting vibe.
Yes.
It really feels like it's unfinished in a specific kind of way. It's so busy.
Yes.
Now I pitched Costco at you. Is
Yeah.
that correct? And I think it's because on Doughboys I had heard you at least once say that you would like to work at Costco until you die.
Yeah, I had aspirations to get a job at Costco. It feels like just sort of like, hey, this is I could go in here and this was like kind of like a fantasy of having like a 9 to 5
Sure.
that I think as anyone who has like kind of a weird, sort of amorphous, unstable, sort of
Feels
job,
like
job
it could
we have.
disappear,
exactly,
something like that. Yeah.
I don't, I mean, it's so. But yes, in years past, I have fantasized openly about working for Costco. It seems like it's just like a great, steady, straightforward, honest job.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I actually am a big fan of shopping at Costco. Like I like Costco the store. I think I do like the kind of minimalist sort of industrial feel to it. I like that it feels like a hardware store that's also a grocery store. I to me that's part of the appeal.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I mean I definitely am I'm a big fan of it.
How frequently do you go to Costco, would you say?
I would. So for me, when I was a kid, my family had a membership, which is partly why I got into it. Originally we had Price Club out here. I grew up in the LA area. And then Price Club merged with Costco or was bought out by
Yes,
Costco
I learned
and
this today.
rebranded.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're all Costco's. But I remember going to Price Club and then it becoming a Costco and it being just the same store. So that was like a monthly thing as a kid with my family. And I remember my dad always getting 2 carts because he was just like stocking it up with everything that this family of 4 needs. For me, as someone who is does not have kids, it's just me and my wife.
And when are you guys going to have kids?
Great question. I love being asked it.
Right now.
So like we are. It is still probably like roughly a monthly thing, but I also like I don't. It doesn't have to be a huge trip, and that's the thing that I was so accustomed, like, I have to get absolutely everything I need to cover like the next 30 to 60 days. Like I got that in my bones from being a kid, because that was just what my parents did. But as an adult, I was like, wait, no, I can just go and get a few things.
Yes.
When you have a family, I think it makes more sense to make the big trip,
Right.
because trips are more difficult to organize. When you have kids, it's like it becomes more like exponentially more difficult to go to the store because you're managing all these.
And it's
twerps.
easier, I think, to that point to just go once and get everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But as
Yeah.
you know, I agree that as a single guy who
Yeah.
lives by himself, it's like this is part of what I love about stores is going to the store sort of frequently as
Yes.
a habit.
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah. It's nice. It's comforting. You
It's
know where
nice.
everything is. I went to Costco yesterday because I was, and I didn't plan to get anything. I'm leaving with new toothbrushes. I'm leaving with, I left with 2 pairs of athletic shorts.
Damn.
Not bad.
That's a big part of the Costco
bad.
experience is you go in with a plan,
Yeah.
but it's everything's out the window once you see what's available.
I feel like, and this is, I want to preface this by saying I like Costco.
Yeah.
Costco has a very positive space in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You can't putter around at Costco. It feels very
I would say it's because
non-conducive
the
to puttering around,
also-
sort of looking at stuff, which is, to me, so much a
Right.
part of what makes a perfect store is being able to walk around and just sort of look at stuff and be alone with my thoughts.
I got to tell you, though, I think that's because of usually the other clientele at Costco, because everybody,
No, but that's part of
even
the
more so
experience.
than a
That
grocery store,
counts.
people are on the fucking move. Like, they are, like, moving. The carts are huge.
Right.
But I'll tell
Yeah.
you, I went to a Costco in Alhambra yesterday.
It's the energy
It
in
was-
the room.
It was pretty empty, which I'd never really seen in a Costco. Super pleasant. I was having a nice time. I was touching all the rotisserie chickens, finding which one I wanted. I mean, it was great.
You were touching them?
Just feeling them. You got to make sure they're fresh.
It depends on when you go. I think this is a fair
Yes.
criticism that you are kind of, yes, you can kind of go on the the critical path there, and it feels like you're just like it feels very Mario Kart-ish.
Yes,
like
yeah, yeah.
I got to just kind of go with the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
You know in Simpsons when Ned Flanders has a meltdown because he's upset about the post office rushing you too much?
Right.
That's how I feel in Costco.
Yeah, and so if you want to putter, you kind of have to find an off ramp,
Yes.
find one of the aisles. Like, hey, this is the
Yeah,
aisle.
but
with all
those
the
aisles
storage
fucking
bins.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't want to be in those
the aisle
aisles.
that just is selling one toilet.
Yeah.
I'm really into the. I'm really into the. It's like we have one piece of hardware for everything, so it's like this is our toilet that we sell at Costco. Yeah.
How long am I going to be looking at the electric scooters in Costco? Because that aisle is empty, but I don't want to be in there.
Electronics are also usually pretty empty in general.
I want to look at like the bananas and stuff.
Yeah, so
Donkey
if you're around
Kong.
like the produce, it is a little bit tough
Yes.
to linger. You
Yeah.
kind of have to just grab your thing and keep going. So I think that's a fair criticism. I do find spots where I can like, hey, I'll just put my cart aside for a second, like buy the books or whatever, buy the bestsellers, and now I can go ahead and browse for a bit.
This
There's
is a great.
books?
This is a great question.
Yeah.
because this is something I do,
missed
and I
that?
never know if it's
They do have books at Costco.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Huh. Wow.
It's all like John Grisham. It's all like
Yeah,
like the,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
like
It's
the
like they have Legos at
bestsellers,
Costco
for
and
sure.
it's just Grogu.
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
This is something I do, and I never know if this is impolite, but I find myself doing it just a force of habit. At a Costco or a grocery store, I'm like, I'm at the aisle's kind of crazy. I leave my cart at the front. I go get the items. I bring it back to the cart. I like to set up a base camp and get the things and bring it back.
I think that's smart.
Versus
I do that.
bring it through the aisle.
I do that at all sorts of stores. Yeah.
That's normal.
I do that
Okay.
at the grocery store as well.
Phew. Thought it was weird.
Yeah.
Good. I'm normal.
One thing I do feel like though, you can go to like Target and you can just sort of say like I'm just gonna roam free. I don't need I'm just gonna pick up a couple of things. I don't need a cart. I cannot imagine doing a
Exactly.
Costco run without a cart. And so you're kind of tethered to the cart.
Okay.
So
So
to
I
be
went.
honest, I did it yesterday
Wow.
because I thought I
You
wasn't
went
getting
no,
anything.
You went no cart.
I went no cart because I thought I wasn't getting anything. I literally was like, I need to get a pair of shorts and this is one of those humorous stories you get on a podcast. Get this, Jesse, Nick.
Yeah.
I was at the gym yesterday. I'm doing legs. My damn pants split open.
Come
I gotta
on,
leave
Come
because my
on,
pants
dog.
have split open. It makes a big ripping
And
sound.
Pat, we're recording, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
there's the clip.
What exercise were you doing with the pants ripped?
I was doing they're called RDLs.
Okay, yeah.
You
They're
know what
called
I'm talking
leg
about? I was doing
Romanian
crazies.
deadlift.
It was,
One that
it
Luke
was
made
literally
up.
like doing one of these.
Yes,
and
yeah.
it split the fuckers.
You're doing kind of a lunge there.
Yes.
That can absolutely.
It was
happen.
terrible. It was
You had
really-
underpants on, right?
Yeah, I had underpants, and luckily they were similar to the color of the shorts, so no harm, no foul. But I did have to switch to arms the rest of the day.
Did it rip in the front or the back?
It ripped in the front. It ripped
Okay.
like where the penis is.
Yes,
like
yeah.
it really was like exactly over my penis.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a humorous story. That this is sort of a fun thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
But going back to Costco, definitely lost my train of thought to talk
I
about
also went
that.
to Costco yesterday, and I also went no cart, and it.
Yeah.
It's
It fucked me. Yeah, because I didn't think I was going to get anything. And then I had like I was trying to get everything. And I like to do the self-checkout at Costco because I think it's nice they have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it.
No,
It stresses me
When
out.
I have a fuck ton of stuff,
self-checkout.
no, but it's usually the line is so much shorter. Because sometimes you go there and the line to leave is like the longest part of the
Right.
experience.
Yeah.
I will endure the line because the stress of having to check myself out is too much.
Do you experience that at other places or just Costco?
I don't like self checkout in general.
Really?
I will take. I mean, if like I'm at CVS or whatever the fuck, and it's like, hey, there's no waiting for this, I'll use it. But if I've got like a big cart full of stuff, like I don't want to self checkout. It's a lot of pressure.
Yes, I do generally think that's true. I do think with Costco, just because the items are so fucking big, usually you are getting like less items, than like a grocery store.
I was at I got they do a thing at Costco. I went on Tuesday
Mhm.
of this week, which is 2 days ago. Not important. But they do a thing sometimes where the line is long, the queue is long, and a guy will come along and he'll pre-scan you. So that when you get at the register, you're like, I got
Yes.
pre-scanned,
Yes.
and so they just print out. You basically just pay and they print out.
pretty
your receipt.
cool.
It is really cool and it is very efficient.
Yeah.
But that was the sort of thing. Like I got pre-scanned, and then I got up there, and there were two people working the register, and one guy says, just eyeballs my cart and says 8 items. The guy's like 8. Like it's like he just like. You could just tell at a glance how much stuff was in my cart. Damn. I was like, these guys are locked in.
They're
Okay,
pros.
can
I
I,
mean,
tell
they're
can I
real
tell you
pros at
something?
this
And
place.
it's kind of going back to
Yeah.
also your thing about working at Costco. I was like doing some research just about the history of Costco. It seems like in terms of multinational giant corporations, Costco's pretty good to work at. Like
Yeah.
always upping the minimum wage. A lot of their stores are union. They often hire into the corporate structure out of people who work in the warehouses.
Yeah, it's like UPS
Yeah.
that way. There actually
Yeah.
is upward mobility into management. And then
Yeah.
I think also, I don't know if this is still the case, but for many years, the CEO salary was very low
Yes.
versus other industries.
Comparatively.
And the whole hot dog thing that I'm sure everybody's
the
heard
whole
about,
hot
where he's like,
dog
"We'll
thing.
never raise the hot dog
Right.
price."
Yeah.
Did you mock me?
What?
You did a mocking voice.
No, I was supporting you.
Hey, can I go back to something like 10 minutes ago that I don't think either of you is going to be funny, but I can't stop thinking about
Okay,
it?
yeah.
When you go to Costco as two people, I'm feeling like I'm Emperor Palpatine and Anakin because it's the rule of 2. Well, those two didn't need too many items, did they? 'Cause they had each other.
What? What? Sorry. Sorry. The line that has me stuck is those two didn't need that many items, did they?
Because they had each
What?
other.
Yeah, I guess they
The
had
rule of two.
Okay, I guess they had each other.
The rule of two.
Yeah, I know the fucking rule of two. We gotta
Right.
stop talking about
Nick,
Star
you
Wars.
know about the rule of two,
I know
right?
about the rule of two.
We gotta
So
stop talking about
sometimes when you go to Costco
Star
with your
Wars on
wife,
the
are you thinking we're a real rule of two?
I don't really think of us as like a Sith
Well, because
and
you need
apprentice,
items,
yeah.
right? You need
Right,
items.
we need items. We also need items. We have each other, but that's not enough. We don't have the power of the Sith Lord, I guess, to
Right.
sustain us.
Right. That would be
The
cool,
rule of
though.
two is such bullshit. Because then later they added like Dark Jedi. Grow up. They're Sith too.
Stop. We need to stop talking about Star Wars on
Can you
the
turn the
podcast.
air back on? I'm
Genuinely.
hot.
We genuinely need to not talk about
Okay.
Star Wars on the pod. We've been doing it so much,
Yeah.
which is so weird to me because I don't like Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. Anyway,
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite Star Wars property?
like
It could just be one of the movies.
I mean, I would say if
I thought you were about to say toys.
yeah, I like the old ones too, and they were fucking good. No, I really like the 2D
Yeah.
Clone Wars, the like Gendy
sure.
Tarkovsky,
Yeah,
the
those are cool.
I was very enamored with them for as a kid because I was like I knew they were canon because they would run this like interview with George Lucas on Cartoon Network, and I thought it was so cool that they like pieced them. These are canon, actually.
I actually, so my favorite Star Wars property, I found this comic online called Leia Eats Up, which I thought was, and this is sort of a fan production.
yeah, sure.
That
Eats
sort of
Up.
and it sort of sees like how big can Leia get, you know, her belly sort of.
So this isn't an inflation thing. This is her, like she is consuming food, and it's.
I
She's
guess you
hungry.
could
She's
describe it
hungry.
as she's inflating as
She's
she
hungry
eats.
though, right?
She's
hungry.
so hungry.
I like Andor too. You watching
Yeah, I
Andor?
like Andor.
I'm surprised. It's the only of any of the Disney stuff that I'm like, I think this is good.
Yeah, all the rest. I mean, like Mandalorian is like whatever.
I got bored. Book
It gets-
of Boba
it gets
Fett.
boring. Boba Fett was whatever.
Lose me with that.
But and Obi-Wan I bounced off of. But
Yeah.
I haven't watched the other ones. But Andor season 1 is like
Yeah.
it's a great season of television. And Andor season 2 I still liked.
Feel the same way.
You know?
I was like, I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
Good characters.
I don't know about any of this.
Okay. Rule of two. Anyway, let's
There's no
go.
rule. They don't get into the rule of 2 at Andor at all because they basically just kind of ignore
No.
the Jedi. The idea
Yeah,
is
there's
just-
no. I think that's why it's good.
I think it's part of what's cool about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No Jedi. Let alone Sith.
It's a
There's
little
only
Star-
two of them.
It's a little Star Trek-y.
Yes.
A little bit.
I agree with that.
Luke, have you ever had a pillow fight with all of your friends and you're all laughing so much?
Yes, not in many years.
Yeah. Well, you can have that feeling again just by signing up for the Stores Patreon. Patreon.com/Stores the podcast is where you can find all of our bonus content. $6 a month is what you got to subscribe at to get double the Stores content every single week. We have a released bonus episode every single Thursday, in addition to our main feed episodes on Monday. You can get those for just $6, or you can subscribe at $10 to get video versions of our bonus episodes as well. So if you love Stores, if you're loving listening to this, you want to have a little bit of a pillow fight with all of your friends, then you can sign up for the Stores Patreon and get even more. And that supports the podcast
Yeah.
very, very much. We love our supporters. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're not, maybe consider it.
That's great.
You're not going to say anything?
I feel like you said it all.
Say the pillow thing? Or
I guess I have a question.
yeah.
How is it like a pillow fight?
I was going to bring this up earlier about Costco. I was when we were
Okay.
talking about small businesses.
Yeah.
Luke, you and I had an experience where we were at a marketplace and we had a little bit of peach cake. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We were just eating at this marketplace, and it was some weird like food stand that we were eating from, and they gave out free peach cake for Father's Day.
Yes.
They said.
Strange.
I was in.
I found that strange.
I found
have
it.
to
I found
say.
it very
Yeah.
strange. But
They were like, "Oh, there's free peach cake for Father's Day."
and they gave it to us, and we're not fathers.
Right.
We didn't have kids with
And
us.
it wasn't very good.
Or maybe they thought that one of us was the other one's kid. Like one of us was the son. Don't point at me.
You're the father.
I'm not the
son.
father.
I'm the son. I just have a hair thing.
My bald son. I went into Costco. What did they have? They had the exact peach cake
Yeah.
that they were giving out
Oh,
at
wow.
at
Well,
this,
that's
at
a
this
common
And it's-
thing.
But I just didn't realize. And in that moment, I was like, oh, it's all interconnected. Like everything comes from Costco.
Have you ever been to a restaurant depot? Either of you?
No,
You
I
go-
don't know what that
you
is.
Never
know
been
what-
inside.
You go to a restaurant depot and you're like, oh, this is where all the food at like a diner comes
Save it
from.
for
Right.
the Restaurant Depot episode.
You're right. Sorry, sir. That's our boss. But I do feel that. Yeah. Have you ever been? Okay, we went to a place that's really cool that I think you would like, Nick. It's called Frankensons. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, this was where we got this
It's
stuff.
it's in City of
Okay.
Industry. It's like, have you ever been to like a comic convention?
Yeah, sure.
You
like
know-
an artist alley or wherever
Yeah.
wherever the shops are.
Where they're selling shit.
Imagine if there's a physical location where that is always
It's
set up.
permanent. It's been there since the 80s. It's open 3 days a week. They sell a bunch of collectibles and shit.
It's fun.
It's kind of
fun.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great place for me to buy Magic cards. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much.
There was one guy selling Trump rubber ducks, which was also
There was
pretty
also
cool.
a guy selling Trump challenge coins
Yeah, it was
and
the same
a
guy.
bunch. Yeah, it was.
a,
He was
a
selling
bunch of trading
Legos.
cards that said Trump got shot on the bottom.
And we really thought about buying one, but we went on the day of the protest and we were like, let's not do
I
that
can't give this
today.
guy well any day. I don't think I
it
can give
literally
this guy
said
money.
Trump got shot and then a picture of him with the arm, and it was a trading card.
Yeah.
It
I
had
like-
a PSA grade.
I was in DC recently, and they have, you'll just they have so many just street vendors who
Yeah,
are selling like political merchandise, and I love that a lot of them just clearly have no perspective. They don't care at all. They're
Yeah,
just selling
no,
whatever.
it's
They're
for money.
selling both MAGA hats
It's for
and,
money.
and impeach Trump shirts.
Yes.
like side by side. And I was like, this is great.
They literally don't care
I
at
love
all.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
The people
it's so
walking up
funny.
and down like this
by
is
the
like
Air
a,
and Space Museum.
it's
and
like a
stuff.
line vendor.
Yeah.
That kind of vendor where it's like wherever there's a line, people are going up and down selling water and then some weird merchandise
Sure.
T-shirt that they made.
But these are also, they have full stands too in DC.
yeah.
Can we go back to peach cake real quick?
Yeah,
Let's go back to peach cake, please. Peaches
the-
and cream. It was peaches and cream, but
Oh,
go
okay.
on. Yeah.
and just that. Never mind. I was gonna say the only peach cake I care about is the cake
Come
you
on.
get at the end of Mario 64.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about her ass. I got
no, I'm
yeah.
not. No, come on.
I also kind of thought that.
I
And I thought you were going to talk about how
queuing
good
up
it
her
looks
ass.
in Mario Kart World. Yeah, hey, sorry,
Hey,
three
chill.
guys.
Hey,
We're going to
chill,
talk
chill.
about how Daisy and Peach look in Mario Kart World with those arrow outfits. Am I right? Sorry.
I can't play that game.
Gets you too crazy.
I get yeah. My head gets completely beat red whenever I start playing that game. And I get hot. My
Like
head
a
gets really hot.
Parabitty bird.
And I start looking around like I hope nobody sees me play this.
Right.
I get
That's what's awesome about the Switch is you can play it in the bathroom.
when I'm in Costco I feel like an animal. It feels
Okay.
like I'm like a pig
Interesting.
being like moved around. I don't know. That was my vibe this time. I was just like
Really?
this I feel less than human.
Which one did you go to?
This one was the one in Burbank.
I would say the Burbank and Atwater ones are particularly fucking crazy too, because it's just in a
It was really crazy.
big LA metropolitan center. You know,
There were just so many people, and it just, I don't know. The food court felt like a fucking, and I like the food, and it's so fucking cheap. It's $6 for so much food, and I appreciate that very deeply. However, it was a disaster zone.
Yes,
It
yeah, it's
looked
crazy.
crazy.
It is
Everyone
crazy.
was acting weird. Everything looked broken.
yeah.
And what else are you gonna do? I mean, there's so much volume going through there.
is that an indoor or an outdoor?
It's an outdoor.
Okay, yeah, because the one I went to, the Marina Del Rey one, also has an outdoor food court.
Yeah.
There are ones that have indoor food
Yeah,
courts. in
yeah,
other parts
the
of
one
country.
I've never seen.
Yeah, there's one out. I went out in like the valley in like Encino or
Yeah.
something. It was indoor, which I had never seen before.
But I mean, this is a big. It's a thing you can't talk about Costco without talking about the food
Totally.
court, because that's first off, you used to be able to get food there without a membership. When,
Yes.
when I didn't have a membership, when I was pretty broke, like that was like, oh, I can just get a cheap meal here. Eventually, this is a value lunch. Eventually, they made it so you have to have a membership, which I have now, so it's not an issue. But it's so fucking cheap. Like
Yeah,
that's a big
yeah,
part of it,
yeah.
and I love their hot
Unbelievable.
dogs. They're genuinely
They're really good.
delicious.
Yeah.
Hot
Good
dogs.
hot
yeah.
dog.
And so, and like that's part of like if I could go to, I know Target has food, right?
Right.
Like they have hot food there, but it's not the same thing. It doesn't have like oh, I'm going to treat myself to what we have there.
I'm eating a meal.
Exactly.
Too.
I'm eating a full meal. I get to go to Costco, and I also get to have a nice lunch.
Yeah.
That's a big part of
It
why.
feels like a comprehensive outing.
Yes.
You know, like
Have you
this
guys
is,
reviewed-
I'm happy
oh,
to
sorry.
do. I'm happy to have an entire afternoon that is just Costco.
Yes.
Right.
That was a lot of stores. It's like this has to be part of errands, or this has to be
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
one of many things that I do, or many places I go. and that makes it less satisfying. Costco is like,
It's a
I go
complete
here-
experience.
It's like I do my work for the
Full
day,
service.
and then after work I go to Costco, and that's a complete beautiful day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
I don't have to make another stop to
Yeah.
get fed. And so, like, I will. This is a thing I've started doing at Costco lately, which is I will get a treat before
Wow.
while I'm walking around. I got my little treat, and then afterwards I get lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like it just feels like indulgence, but
Yeah.
it's also like I get my little incentive to go in the first place, and then I get my little reward at the end when the deed is done.
I
Yeah.
learned a trick from our mutual friend Jesse Farrar,
Yes.
and this was
See, I thought JF was a Sam's Club guy.
so this is related to the treat and not to the store.
Okay, got it.
And I learned this from him while we were fleeing LA during the LA fires at the
Mhm.
beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We were all in Las Vegas,
Yes.
and we were having a dinner together.
Yes.
And what does JF open with? He opens with,
He's
"Can I have a root beer float?"
that was
That's
his
the first thing
thing.
that before he orders food, he says,
Crazy.
"Give me a root beer float."
I
And
thought
I
it was
was-
fucking nuts.
I thought no. I started freaking out. I
Nuts.
said as much. I didn't even wait for the waitress to walk away. I started like when he said it to
he's
her.
a father of 3 now.
He said it to
You
her.
can't be ordering a root beer float.
He said it to her, and then before she asked the next person what they wanted, I said, "What are you fucking crazy?"
It was
and I started
wild.
grilling him. And as time has passed, I think he was right.
Well, that's and
I
going
think
back
he's
to this
right.
peach cake. What you brought up to me is when we got it is we're gonna do the JF, which is we're just gonna eat the dessert first.
You eat the dessert
Yeah.
first because it hits more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Because
do
it's
that.
more
I think
delicious.
and now I'm
at the
kind of coming
beginning.
around. Yeah.
No.
I've kind of flipped 180 where it's like
Yeah.
it is more delicious at the beginning.
That JF guy, he's one of the smartest guy I know.
Yeah.
Um,
And he looks fucking good.
Recently?
I mean, he's
Yeah, he's
like,
getting back at the gym, I think. I keep tabs on him.
smartest, best looking guy you know. You know 2 guys.
I'm looking at DVJ and then I'm thinking of JF. I'm like, well, by comparison,
wow, he's really
he's
hot.
really hot.
Wow.
Damn.
when they had the churro, that was like that's a great walk around
Sure.
treat. Now they have the double chunk chocolate
Oh,
cookie.
they had a churro?
They had a churro.
That's
Yeah,
That sounds
Crazy.
amazing.
it's a decent churro. And now they have the double chunk chocolate cookie, which is an upgrade. It's
The
great.
cookie
Yes.
is amazing.
It's so
the cookie
fucking
is
Is it
so
the same
crazy.
as the cookie that they sell in the store, or is it its own thing?
I think it's its
I
own
think it's
thing.
its own thing.
Okay,
but
okay.
it is like the thing is, it's ooey gooey, so soft and chewy, but it's like it's a little bit cumbersome to walk.
We don't do that
around
on our
with.
podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to say we don't do that. We don't
I've
do
heard
that
Okay.
here.
it's like,
Like that's definitely and I understand that it's like trained
Right.
in you that you want to
and,
do that.
and I understand you're trying to get our audience to feel comfortable.
Yeah,
our
sure.
audience, because you're trying. Oh, they know me. Maybe they'll like to hear this. Leave it at the door. We're trying.
Okay,
We're doing our
all
own
right.
thing.
Retracted.
Thank you.
Retracted.
Okay.
Anyway, so
we do adult humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Like Peach's big ass and Leia getting inflated and big.
Talk
Rule
about
of,
like
he had
pussies
rule
and
of
stuff.
2.
Yeah.
I've already. I've
The
thought,
rule
can,
of
I,
two-
can I be
right.
honest with you? I've thought of 5 more times to bring up the rule of 2, and I have held my tongue. Jesse and DBJ, that's my rule
That
of
is-
2 for hot guys.
For hot guys.
Just keep
Let's hear
going.
about that
I don't
cookie.
know.
So the cookie is good.
Yeah.
Think about it. The thing is, it's like a little bit cumbersome to walk around with because you're gonna
Right.
have like melted chocolate on your fingers or what have you.
And it's a big cookie. It's
It's a
hard
big
to fit. It's
cookie.
hard. You can't just like finish it real quick.
But what they do have is they have you can get yourself a frozen coffee, which I don't do.
Yeah.
Some people do, but I will get the fruit smoothie, and they recently added a frozen
Strawberry lemonade.
which is a knockout. It
Really?
is delicious.
Damn, I
It
was
is
gonna
so good.
I was
gonna
gonna
get
get it and I didn't get it.
So I'm sipping that while
Fuck.
I got that in my cart. I'm
that's
walking around
nice.
sipping it, and then afterwards I'm getting a hot dog and a chicken bake or a hot
Yeah.
dog and a slice of pizza.
I
how's
should have
the
gotten that
soft
because
serve?
I'm sorry.
How's the soft serve?
It's good.
I haven't.
you know?
I haven't had it. I don't know why. I'm kind of new to Costco.
You
so
see
I'm
it
still
and it's
working
like
my way through
it's
the menu.
obviously just normal.
I know.
soft
I know.
serve,
It
you know?
looks so
Like,
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a soft serve guy in general.
Really?
I'm more of a hard serve guy.
I think that I've
Hard
recently
serve.
realized that I like soft serve more than any other type of ice cream, and it's
Interesting.
'Cause you're a baby.
I've been going to Handles. Have you been to Handles?
Handles is
It's
great.
incredible.
God,
and what I
Handles is
partly
so
what I
good.
like
So
about
fucking good.
Handles is it's like
with all this crap like Salt and Straw, Jenny's, we're throwing all this crap here. Let's get back to basics.
Yeah,
Let's
I don't need this lavender rosemary.
exactly.
You know?
It's ice cream. Like it feels like
Right.
ice cream I used to get at like the beach as a kid. And I know they have hard serve as well, but it's their Handel's Hurricane, which is like their DQ Blizzard. I'm just like, I love this. It's so good.
It's just classic flavors, but
Yes.
it's also it's executed to
Yes.
the degree of like an artisan place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And I'm-
without the like, hey, we got sunflower seeds.
it's like,
and,
lose me. I had one. They have a new
Give me
flavor.
the good shit.
Yeah.
Frosted animal crackers.
God
Perfect.
damn.
Something
They-
you get
they had
in
a
mass
Blizzard
at Costco,
Yeah.
and then
Dairy
they're just
Queen.
putting it in pink ice cream.
At Dairy Queen, they had a Blizzard that was frosted animal cracker, and it was always the best.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
incredible.
crazy.
I love Handles.
Can I tell a
can't
Handles story?
Please.
Okay. This is just the last time that I tried going to Handles. So I was going to Handles. I drove. There's a Handles like 10 minutes away from me, 15 minutes away. I drove up into the mountains to go to this one. And I got out of my car. Now, for this story, Luke, you know who this is. Do you know who Blackbeard from One Piece is?
yes,
He's a large, hairy, toothless man.
yeah,
Right.
Okay.
And this will come into play. I got into line at Handles.
Stevie J's favorite
This was-
character. He
this-
just wanted to tell you about it.
This was the weekend, so that I'm surrounded by families. I'm the only like single dude there. It's all like families and children. My friend, Slowpuke, we know her as, has been sending me pictures of One Piece pornography
Okay.
for like 3 hours.
Okay.
Just huge, veiny, like
Right.
Rule 34 cock
Right.
for like hours.
Okay.
And I'm groaning and saying, please stop. And then she sends me an image and says, okay, I promise I won't send you any more. Now, at this point, I'm in line, surrounded by children.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a spoilered image on Discord. And she
She
said,
revealed something about the show.
no,
Oh.
for another reason.
Okay.
And it came with the message, okay, I promise I won't send any more. And for some reason, I thought, oh, so this must not be that.
Right.
So I click on the spoilered image, and it is Blackbeard spreading his hairy asshole at full size on my phone.
Uh-huh.
And so I quickly closed my phone, and I almost dropped my phone. I closed it so fast because I
Yeah.
just see this huge, like, because you can like see the inside of his asshole in this
Right.
image. And then I slip it into my pocket. I'm really nervous, and then I realize I forgot my wallet at my house. I don't have my wallet with me. The line is roped off, so in order to get out of the line, I have to say "excuse me" to several people. As I back my way out of the line, I have to sort of sidle by them and say "excuse me," and I get back into my car and I go home. And I didn't eat any ice cream at all.
Man.
So essentially, what I did,
You did sort of
Was
like a classic pervert.
I,
might
dro-
do.
I drove 15 minutes to an ice cream place, got in the middle of a bunch of families, looked at a big asshole, big hairy asshole, and then put my phone away and went home.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a beautiful story.
I love ice cream.
Yeah, I do love ice cream. I don't think of Costco as necessarily like an ice cream destination, I guess. To
No.
go back
No,
to the
no
soft
way,
serve thing.
no.
Can I ask about One Piece real quick? Because I've had two
Yeah.
failed attempts to really get into One Piece.
Okay,
I started
okay.
from scratch from episode 1 from the anime, and then I started from issue 1 of the manga
Mhm.
and chapter 1 of the manga. And I read through like 20 volumes. I made it like
Yeah.
I got a substantial way
Yeah.
in, but I was just like, this is this is so much. This is
Yeah.
like daunting. Is there a point in which you just keep pressing on and eventually it gets its hooks in you? Like, what is the process?
Can I,
I think-
ask, do you remember what was happening when you stopped?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
I think that it's just, 20 volumes is a lot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you did, in my opinion, what that says is you actually did like it. It's just so fucking much
Yeah. Yeah.
that like,
That I got overwhelmed.
I think anything you consume too much of it and it's like, okay, it's not firing any dopamine anymore.
Yeah,
Right?
sure.
Because
right.
I'm getting too much of it.
I also think One Piece is almost like a little bit like Star Trek to me, where I'm like, part of the reason I'm into it is because I was into it as a kid, where
Sure.
it's like, I read
don't have
all
that
of One
experience.
Piece. I read all of One Piece in the last couple of years, but I had already seen a bunch of it, read a bunch of it when I was like a middle schooler,
Yeah.
right?
I
So
had-
it's like now I'm like,
But I had no experience with One Piece at all until I started reading it in my
I
20s.
yeah.
And I was so ravenous in my
Yes.
consumption of it, and I read like 1,000 chapters in like a few months.
yeah.
And I just really love it. But it's also like It's a lot.
It's a
It's a lot of stuff.
I would say if you want a good way to read it, if you don't already have it, the Shonen Jump app is $3 a month, and you
Yes.
can just read unlimited stuff on it. And that's how I ended up reading it, because I was like, I don't want to buy these because it's so much, and B, they're like high quality scans and stuff.
Yeah, I had some some volumes I bought from the manga store, but I did ultimately end up reading it on the Shonen Jump app.
Cool.
And I just need to give it another try.
Or don't. I think that's the other thing. The other thing is like
you read 20 chapters and you bounced off. It's not like you didn't give it the old college try.
Yeah, you don't.
Sure.
You know. Yeah.
But what I love about it, and I think is,
do you remember? Did they get to the grand line by the time that you were done?
I don't think so. No,
Okay,
I
'cause
think they're still building the squad.
I would
Oh,
say.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in
then
the
you might want to read a little more.
After the first 100 chapters, I feel like it really finds
Yes.
its. And I know.
I know
our
that's
producer
crazy.
Pat just laughed, but I do think that that's true. That it's just sort of
they
like
have to build the squad. Once they have the core after the East Blue arc, which is the first few combined, then they go to this desert place with some other stuff, and it's like that's when you're like, it gets real.
This is going to really
Okay.
annoy people because I've been telling my community, because
I
my
know.
community keeps guessing
that we're
is
starting
it that
a
we're
One Piece
starting a One Piece podcast,
Yeah.
and I keep saying no, we're not.
Right. I love
But
One
in this
Piece.
case, I
Here's
you know
what's good.
I
And
didn't bring it up. I guess I
want to
to
say one more thing, and then we have to move on from One Piece. And
Yeah.
that is the one thing I love about it is it's been going on so long that you see things pay off like in current chapters that are happening today that this guy set up like straight up 20 years ago. And there's something very like, from a narrative point of view, just so interesting about a
Right.
story that's being told that long. And I think there's a lot of fun payoff as a reader that you wouldn't really get in any other, like, not really comic books, because they don't really do runs like that where it's one guy writing everything, you know?
I've-
Yeah, that's the
I've-
problem with Western comics.
Yeah,
is like
They
how
switch
they're
off.
produced, and it's like this group thing, but nobody has any investment in their own creation.
Yes, yeah.
No, that's what's interesting to me is that it's from a singular voice. It's from one creator.
Yeah.
And just the idea of a thing that's so sprawling, like, because I've heard other fans say the same thing of just like things paying off years later. It's that to me is enticing. I just got to try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to say one more thing about One Piece, but I'm not
We're not going to. Yeah. Okay.
No, I wanna hear
Okay,
it.
Costco.
Okay, well, the last thing is, I think
not
also
in charge.
you spent so
You're not
much
in charge.
time.
Why did you-
He's our guest, dude.
Sorry.
Now I'm on his side. Fuck
Doing the
you.
thing that you did when you were 12. I'm the guest.
Yeah.
I'm the guest.
I'm the guest.
I'm the-
You have
can
to
I
let
ta-
me play.
Can I talk about this? This
I
is
need
a
to say-
Shut the fuck up about One Piece. Okay, I'm talking about my thing.
I'm gonna go back
I've been so
to it.
patient.
I'm gonna go back to it. You like One Piece too.
I've been thinking about this. Nick, do you know what a cousin presentation is?
No.
Okay.
I've heard of Cousin Game. Is that a similar thing?
I don't know. What is cousin game?
That's Pat.
That's fucking.
The cousin game.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's
him.
you.
That's it's his. That's him. He made it.
Wow.
Yeah. He started the meme. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, cousin presentation. This is when you're at Thanksgiving or a family function for a holiday, and two younger cousins, like they do their presentation. They do like a little song or
the
skit.
fuck?
What?
What are
I
you
don't
talking
know if
about?
your family, if that means my family was really fucked up or your family was really fucked up, but we did
Now-
not do that in our
Now
house.
I know for a fact that your family was really fucked
Yeah,
up.
well,
so-
okay. All right.
Was it like, hey, now it's time for the cousin presentation? Was it packaged that way?
Well, they didn't. Nobody announced it. It was
Okay.
always for me.
Your
and this
ass
is,
was giving the cousin presentation because you told a story yesterday about how you went up to all your aunts and saying like bye or
now
something.
that was when I was like 4 years old.
That's a cousin presentation.
That it actually is.
yes.
It actually is a cousin presentation. It's when the kids want to do a little show for everybody or show off a talent.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And here we go, and everybody's gathered around, and we're gonna do our little song. And it can be more informal or more formal. Like it can be. Don't laugh at this.
It's just like why you just okay.
Like
keep going.
it can be okay. Now your cousin Carolyn is going to play violin for us, right? Or it could
Sure.
be they're going to do their a skit that they just
Is
came
this
up
going
with.
like? Just tell me. Is this leading to something? Like,
No.
are you connecting it? You're just talking about this.
What do you think a fucking
I
podcast
don't know,
is?
but we
You
were
think I-
having a conversation.
What were you gonna say about One Piece?
So the characterization
God damn
is
it.
part of kind of the payoff thing is I think you spend so long with the characters
Uh-huh.
that they do feel so fleshed out simply because you've literally seen them drawn and moved so many times.
Right.
Just by compared to other narratives, you're like, these people are real for all intents and purposes, as real as a character can get, just because there is so much written material about them. You know what I mean?
And then it really pays off, like when you see like Blackbeard's full asshole.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I have a
You see-
connection
Because
to
you're like,
this.
oh, I
because
never
they had
knew.
been hinting that there was something.
Yeah.
In,
Right.
You
like,
never
it was,
knew how hairy it was, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I came from the bleaching," and you're
But it's
like,
all
"Well,
the-
was he talking about Bleach
all-
another anime, or was he talking about the asshole?" Bleach? And then you find out it was the.
It's
other
all the little
anime.
details. There's little
Bleach is
panels where you
canon.
can sort of see: is he scratching his asshole?
Right.
Is it itching a little bit?
You know that's just dirty as fuck, though. You definitely know
Well,
that.
now I know for
He's
a fact.
dirty.
Now I know for a fact
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
dirty as hell. Yeah. The problem is with the podcast that we start to really just get into a groove after 90 minutes, and then we just keep talking.
Yeah, how do you
'Cause
fix
we
that?
like talking. How do we?
Your episodes just get longer.
Do you
Oh.
know what we're talking? Like, do you? I feel like we've been having a thing where it's like we feel like we warm up for one, and then we've been doing our bonus episodes after, and then we're like, well, that was really good because we were fucking on.
But do you mean like the dynamic between the two of you?
Yes.
Or okay.
Well,
Yeah.
both. I
But
mean,
that'll
yeah.
also probably just be more reps. Like more
Yeah.
of you doing
Yeah.
this. Eventually, you'll get into that groove a little quicker.
Yeah, because we are still.
Can I ask
in the
you a
infancy,
question?
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
10
years into podcasting,
Right.
I mean, do you wish it was something else? Or are you pretty happy? I mean, now, because we're kind of, if this it goes how we hope it goes, this is kind of the future we're looking at. And
Yeah.
I want to know, as a sort of ghost of Christmas future, was it worth it?
Short answer, yes.
Okay.
Not the tone you want.
I know.
No, short
Right?
answer, yes.
You
What
want
you want,
enthusiastic,
what you want
yes.
is absolutely.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You
No,
should. I wanted you to stand up and start jumping up and
You
down.
you broke eye contact, look at the ground, went a million miles away, came back up and went, short answer, yes.
It was like you were remembering the trenches, like you were remembering a friend of yours that got
I love
gassed.
when war was hell, but I love what we did for our country is sort of the
It's the sort of thing where I think you know, like you've been doing anything long enough, you
Yeah.
start to become a little jaded. It starts to feel a little routine.
Sure.
But when I actually think of that, I am and me and my podcast co-host Mitch, and then you know our staff are able to make a living doing that. That's a tremendous gift.
Yeah.
and I'm very very grateful for that.
yeah.
So
That's not great. Well, you know what? This isn't a magazine interview. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do with that? I want you to say no. I want give us something.
Yeah.
Give us the tea.
Say some
Let's
fucking.
clip. I'm gonna ruin your
say
life
some
with the
dirty
clip
shit.
we're gonna make.
Say some dirty
Say some
shit
crazy
right now.
ass shit right now.
Okay.
yeah, it was fucking worth it, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Fuck yeah. And
That's
say it
good.
to the camera, please.
And yeah, it was fucking worth it,
And
and I'd do it again. I don't regret anything.
And maybe could you imply that Mitch was involved with the killing of Princess Diana? Just
Was he alive? Yeah,
What?
he was probably alive. He was like,
No, he was alive.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
would have been. I would have been. Yeah.
I was alive because it was my first words. It was a whole sentence. Mommy, the princess is dead. So I woke.
Wow.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Complete thought.
Yeah.
wow.
My only thought. Then I would not speak again for 3 more years.
I mean, that was right after you came out of the womb, right?
Right.
The doctor was holding you upside down.
I kind of think that, and if you think of it that way, perhaps
Your Princess Diana,
I
you
took
think?
her soul
Oh, wow.
on my way out of hell. Grab that shit.
Can I
No,
suggest a Costco topic?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're saving money when you go to Costco?
Yes,
Absolutely.
100%.
I do, yes, I
Absolutely.
do.
I can tell
bought
you-
absolutely.
Yes.
I bought a 24 mega pack of grape jelly Uncrustables because I love these things.
So good.
And it was basically half of the price that it would be
Yeah.
if I bought smaller portions or somewhere else.
It legit is a big save. I've switched off electric toothbrushes and I like the manual. Don't know why, but I just prefer it.
Interesting.
I don't
That's
know
not
why,
good
but
for you.
I just like it. But obviously the whole thing is that I'm so bad about changing them. $20, 20 pack of Colgate toothbrushes. I mean, more than you would get a store, you'd get like 5 for that. I got like 15.
Yeah.
No, things like that, like toothpaste. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking oral hygiene now, but
Yeah.
like toothpaste, floss,
Yes.
mouthwash. I get all of those at Costco,
Because you
and I
know
am
you're going to
saving.
use it.
And yeah, it doesn't really have a it's shelf stable for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
so I can have like this 5-pack of Crest is going to last me a year and a half. But you know,
I got some dry goods when I first moved into my place in LA. I got some dry goods from Costco, and I'm still like a third of the way through them.
Yeah.
Paper towels, toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like
You know, for us, because you saw our animal, we have also 2 cats. pet food there is like the best deal of anywhere.
Oh,
like it's like
interesting.
it's like straight up cut our pet food bill in half, straight up, because you just get these like fucking pallets.
Can
You're
I
like,
ask-
well, we know we're gonna use it.
Can I ask something about your dog Piggy? And I don't know if we left in at the beginning when we were talking about how Luke's dog Piggy tried to kill our guest by ripping
She's like
out his
10
skin.
pounds. I mean, even if she tried to kill you, could kick her so hard
yeah,
she'd explode.
She just spit my shoe, for the record.
She almost bit
Here's-
you, I thought
here's
you
my
said.
question.
Now you're going back on that.
She tried to bite my shoe.
She tried to, but
Yeah.
did she succeed?
I mean, I feel like I felt
For the
something.
record,
It might have
let's
been
check
just
the-
claws.
What did she miss?
No, they're not. No, they're. I mean,
I
my
don't-
my shoes are intact.
All right,
But
so
she
we're
made an effort
good.
for it.
So we're good.
So Luke has an evil dog,
I
and
don't
my
have
question.
an evil dog. She's a troubled animal.
My question.
5 years on the streets.
Okay, I have a question
I
for
take
you.
her into my house.
I have a-
I'm the villain.
I have a question. Okay, and I want you to answer. Consider it honestly, because I don't think you have. What more would she need to do to make you think that she was possessed by the devil? What else could she be doing?
You don't see,
That makes
you
her
don't
seem
see it.
more like
I
the
said this
devil.
at the top. You don't see the love. You don't see her. You don't see her waking up in my arms every morning. You don't see her us playing fun games on the bed. You
Fun
don't see.
games on the bed.
We sort of I mess around my hand and she kind of goes crazy for it. You don't see. You don't see the love. You don't see the majesty. You don't see her. We took her to the beach. She's running around following us. You ever in your life thought you'd? I never thought in my life I have a little dog. You know that you see an old man and he has a little dog off the leash and the dog's just following around.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I know. The
That's
phenomenon.
my life.
you're not that old.
I know, but I'm saying like it's leading there.
I think you're doing.
I've
good.
set myself up though for a great old third act.
When you talk about being like possession by the devil or some other demonic presence, I'd need there to be something supernatural for me to be like. I
You,
need
like the dog would need to like float.
yeah. If this dog was levitating, I'd be like something's up here. But if the dog's just aggressive, I'm like, okay, this dog just
Or like
needs-
leave
Well,
like
hold up.
soot ash
Hold
prints
on.
behind
I'm going
it
to
as
take
it
issue
walks.
with aggressive. I'm going to say protective, and I'd like us to take aggressive out of our vocabulary for the rest of the episode and place protective out of respect for me.
I'm not going to do that.
Nick.
fine.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
I mean, you can be aggressive without being like good at it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, which
You don't
is
think
actually
she's
true.
good at it?
Yeah, no, she's not good at it at all.
Well, she's tiny. That's why I'm going to walk.
It's so fucked up of you to invite Nick over to your house, have your dog attack him, and then on the podcast look him in the eye and say, "You have to say that was
I
good."
fucking
and you sort of
apologized.
browbeat him.
I think
and say
I
it was good.
apologized.
I don't think you did.
Did I apologize about
Yeah,
this?
you did. That's fine. Wait, so you get pet food at Costco? Did you ever get like a?
Yeah.
Because they have like dog toys there too.
Yeah.
You can get them like a little.
I
Costco
I
hot
buy a
dog or whatever.
3-pack of these like really fun sea toys that she loves, and then I'm like, it gets dirty.
Yeah.
She got a new toy. She's excited as hell. It's already ready to go.
There you go.
Just another great way to save at Costco.
for sure.
Can
I love
can
you,
I tell you?
Costco.
I was in the cheese section because they got all these crazy cheeses.
Yes,
They sure
dude.
do.
Speak
Right,
on that.
the big chunks of cheeses.
You look like you're reading that
was-
like a note that you wanted to bring up. Did you write down the cheese place? Let's see.
Don't look at it.
Let me see. Does it say cheese on it?
No, you don't want to. Okay.
You know I got the 24 mega pack of grape jelly on Christmas. You said that verbatim, so you wrote out a line to say beforehand. Jesus, man.
No, I
You
didn't.
know,
I didn't-
you said it with that.
Did I say it with
Yes, you said you know I got
Well,
the
maybe
24.
that was. Maybe I just knew how I was going to say it. I was just predicting it. Anyway, I was in the
Canned
cheese.
dialogue on the podcast is so tough.
I was in the cheese section and Wallace was there.
Oh, Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, and he wanted all the
he
cheese.
does love cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
that's great.
basically coming.
That's
because
really
he was-
funny.
I like hearing it.
How about the viral food items?
How about the viral
They didn't
guys? What about we haven't even talked about
Yeah,
the
the
Costco,
Costco
guys.
guys.
Booms, you know? Do we
Well,
like them?
we talked about double chunk chocolate cookie.
Well, we talked about the cookie, but we didn't talk about how they came up with that.
The
you know what I
chicken
mean?
bake is.
What do
the
you mean?
other-
Or
Came
the
up with
guys, just their whole thing.
What is the
Have you
chicken
listened to
bake?
their music?
The chicken bake is basically like a big hot pocket that
Yes.
has a hot chicken inside
Bacon.
and bacon
and what they call Caesar dressing.
Yes,
which
yeah.
I don't think that's correct.
but it kind of works.
I think it's great. I think
Yeah.
it's great.
I think it's pretty good. It does feel like family food. It's not maybe something that I would get for myself.
yeah, it's like a chicken a la king or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's like,
if
you know,
I was going, I would always get the hot dog
I
or
love the
or
pizza.
2 hot dogs.
See, I think that pizza is. I'm always
Pizza's great.
Pizza's great.
love it.
The pizza's really good. I mostly go for the hot dog and pizza or 2 hot dogs. That's
Yeah.
my default. But
Yeah.
once in a while, I was like, I'm gonna get the chicken bake.
Yeah. The chicken bake is sort of like, it is one of those, you're just like, I am satisfied. I have eaten this big log and it has filled all of the major ingredients that I need
It's
to feel
huge. It's
full.
so much food.
Have you guys heard the Costco guys' music?
The music? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
We bring the boom.
We bring the boom, but there's way more. They've got like 12 songs now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all their songs, but I've just heard a couple of them.
What do you
big
think?
Ones. I think they're good.
Do you think they have staying power, Costco guys? Be honest. You've been in this industry a long time.
I
Do
think
they have staying power?
They're certainly burning bright right now.
Right.
I
they've
do
stuck
feel
around
like,
longer than I thought they would,
Yes,
for
yeah.
sure. Because they've like I remember like a year ago I was like, I can't believe they're still around, and it's been a year since then.
And you know the Big Boom AJ is like savvy enough to parlay that into
He's a
like,
wrestler, right?
wrestling success. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and he also knows. Like I think because he has experience as a wrestler, he kind of has that sort of carny instinct to sort
that
of
makes
gets
it
lean into the gimmick.
I did not know
Yeah.
that he did.
Well, that's
pro
why
wrestling.
that's what
that
the videos
makes,
come from.
That makes
Yeah.
so much
Is that
sense. I'm like
instinct
that. That actually explains. That's like the smoking gun to me. Of like, oh well, then of course, so
All
he's
this
doing
makes
it
sense.
wrestling style.
And his presentation is almost is
Believe
really
in the
wrestler
boom is
too.
good. Yeah, play that one.
Can we hear this? Really slow start.
I believe this is the.
Another Jersey boy said it, and I never forgot that you live for the fight when that's all that you got.
Oh my god, this is good.
Yeah, this is really good.
Can this be the pot?
This
Can
is
be
the
the theme
This
song?
is their summers. This is what I think might be the song of the summer. By the way. It's kind of look.
It sounds AI generated.
Well, it might be, but that's
I mean-
okay.
It sounds like it may not be a real song. But yeah. All right.
I like it.
Thanks.
What time are we at? Do we need to? I think we should
probably
come
do the segment.
I think we should come to a conclusion
Close
about
this fucker
Costco.
out.
I think we should.
Oh yeah, let's come to a conclusion.
Let's come
about
to a
Costco.
conclusion about Costco. So, the idea of Stores the podcast has a lot to do with the past of stores, the nostalgia we have for these physical spaces, which during COVID went away and are back now, but in a reduced form, and some of them are still disappearing. Malls are disappearing still. There's a lot of these places that are dying out. And so a lot of people have nostalgia for growing up among places that are kind of weird now. They're kind of strange. And as we look forward into the future, we wonder are stores going to come back? Are we going to see more of them or less of them? Is the decline going to continue? And so we ask in our present, what do we like about them? So we put it to you, Nick, 2 questions. One, do you think Costco is going to continue to exist, and for how long? And 2, are you happy that Costco exists right now?
Should it exist?
Costco, I think, is here to stay for the long haul.
I agree. I
And-
100% agree.
And I am happy that it exists. One thing I think we didn't quite touch on that to me is inherent to the Costco experience is the unpredictability of it. They're always moving stuff around.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden all the wine is in this part of the store. It used to be in this part of the store. They're just like the paper goods, the bottled water. They're just moving shit, and it kind of keeps you on your toes when you go there. But there's also I feel like. Once every 3 Costco trips, there's just an item for sale that I never could have anticipated. Like I'm just there,
Yeah.
and I'm in the West LA Costco, and they are selling a gun safe. I'm like, okay, all right, sure. And there was another time when they had it was
you got to buy 5 though.
you got to buy 5 of them. Yeah, it's a good value.
They're all like sellotaped together.
There's another time, and it was near Halloween, so it made sense. But they just had a big animatronic werewolf, like a 7-foot werewolf that you could power on and would do a little animation. I was like, this is an insane thing for them to be selling.
But it would
I'm
never
sure-
have the heart of a man.
It would never. No, it could not possibly have the heart of a man.
Right.
That's
So-
that's next year, right? the next version.
Right.
But I just love I love that aspect of visiting a Costco. You never really quite know what you're going to stumble upon.
Yeah.
I love it. I think Costco is great. I have my reservations about the energy that you can bring into Costco because it's so busy. But one of the reasons it's so busy is because it's people love it because people got a reason to go there all the time. So it's suffering from success in that way. I like the calmer, chiller, walk around, just sort of exist in this space experience of a store. And you can't really have that in the Costco. But what you can get out of a Costco is amazing deals.
Yep.
Great food.
Yep.
I mean, it's nice. I like going to Costco. It's a good experience.
Yeah.
So I would like it to continue to exist, and I think it's going to exist. I think it's going to outlive everything else we've reviewed on the podcast so far.
I agree.
And probably most things that we review on the podcast. It's going to live longer than.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in the exact same camp. I love it, and it should exist. It feels like, what if every store had the ethos of this store? Like how much better everything would be. You know, like something I learned on Costco, or I was like doing research, is they're the only like major sort of like food retailer that doesn't sell specific shelf space to brands, which is like, yeah, that's why all the stuff in there is good. So they're not like just like half the store is like random new Fritos products that fucking suck, right? So it is legitimately good. There's always stuff you need. I think in terms of like also what you're saying with the werewolf isn't a great example of what I'm going to say, but I often see something new that I'm like, oh, I actually might get that. Like that actually is useful to me. It's like
I impulse bought an OLED Switch there because I was like, oh wait, there's a discount on an OLED Switch. It comes with like a bonus, like a Nintendo Switch gift card that discounts it as well. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking get that.
Yeah, why not? You're thinking of getting it.
The first thing in the door, and maybe this isn't up for all Costco's. The first thing in the door was the TV section.
Right.
I think those.
Isn't that odd?
I mean, no, I don't think so. Only because those are like the most expensive items in the store, so they want you to.
I'm not going to impulse purchase a TV.
Yeah, but you want them closest to the door. You don't want to carry a TV from the back of Costco.
That is a good
to the
point.
front.
The bigger stuff's in the front. Period. I also would say just one other thing I want to note is that I really like the amount of foods from other countries they have that seemingly, as far as I could tell, seems to be a lot of the clientele getting these sort of staples that maybe you can't find at other big American grocers that maybe you have to go to a specialty place. And I just think that's cool.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have like goat meat or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think the other thing I do want to touch on is just gift cards in general. There, is they have. You can get your money's worth off a Costco membership just by going to the gift card.
It's
aisle.
insane
because it'll be like two $50 Uber Eats gift cards for $80.
Yeah.
So like you can just get a 20% discount on any of them.
Yes, it's awesome. It's awesome. The Nintendo eShop cards, I always see that. It's like $100 to $80. And you're just like, great, that's amazing. Why would I ever buy gift cards from anywhere else? Yeah, I mean, I think Costco's great. I love it. I think one of the best things I've done this year so far has been getting a Costco membership. I didn't have one until a few months ago. Immediately paid for itself. The pet food alone immediately paid for itself. I love it.
Yeah, you do. This is weirdly another JF observation. You don't need to have like a big family to get your money's worth at a Costco.
And I always thought you did.
Yeah.
Which is why I never did it. And then I'm
one
like,
guy. I have all sorts of reasons to go to Costco.
It's $60 a year. You're going like literally buying like gift card deal a couple times is going to pay for itself.
Filling up your freaking gas tank 2 times.
We didn't even get to the gas.
We didn't even get to the gas tank, and we have so much to say about that.
We'll save that for the bonus episode.
We have so much
where
to
we
say.
Go to
It's
the gas
5%
station.
cheaper than other gas.
Yeah,
and there's so much to say about that.
Yeah.
Would you want to hole up in a Costco during the apocalypse, though?
No, because I mean the issue with that is everybody would want to do that.
You think, it's just going to be besieged
but if you get there
by
first,
refugees.
If you get there first,
yeah.
Well, then you got to be the guy.
Bar the door.
Then you got to be the guy pouring boiling oil on everybody.
Right.
And
easy to get from those beautiful rotisserie chickens, though. No?
I mean, you've got
a lot of boiling
You've got
oil.
plenty
of
of boiling oil.
No problem there. You don't even have to make that stuff yourself. It's already being made.
And then you could pour some of the ice cream too, and
you
people
can
would be
poop
like,
in
"Oh,
each
it's so
toilet
cold.
once."
It's too cold. My head."
But actually, probably after the boiling oil, you'd be like, "This feels kind of nice."
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, all right. Should we do our last bit before we get out of here?
Yeah, I have a segment prepared for us. Just one last segment. It's called "I'll Be Rank," and let's hear that theme song.
La 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 la.
A little quiet.
La 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 la
The Simpsons theme?
I don't think it's the theme of the segment. How much longer is
If
it?
your intention was to impress our guest because he writes songs for his podcast, you have failed. I want you to know.
Wasn't the intent? I was just sort of, this is the song for the, is it done?
Is that a catch-all song for all the segments, or is that specific to this one?
Just my first try.
Okay, I liked it. That was really good.
I thought it was.
It sucks. It's bullshit.
Anyway, this is called I'll Be ranking the best parts of the grocery store from S to E. So what I have here is a list.
Like a Japanese fighting game.
Yes. Well,
That's wonderful.
So S to E because we're ranking it on the store scale.
Right.
So the highest would be S,
and then second
and
would
then
be T,
T-O-R, and then E.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
So I have here.
What an elegant way to get into a tier list, because it's natural. It's baked into the word store. That's really
Thank you.
clever.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
I'll begrudgingly accept it because my elder said that it's good.
It's like the elder.
Elder statesman in the
So
world of
cruel.
podcasting. I mean, he is older. You are older.
Rule of
than me.
two.
So right now, so rule of two. So what I
only
have
be two
is a
podcast
list of
hosts.
all the different sections of an average grocery store,
Okay.
and we're just going to be ranking what we feel about them, how good of a part of the grocery store they are, from S to E, and then it would be S-T-O-R-E.
Got it.
So first off, produce, the produce section of the grocery store.
Gonna be T for me because I
think T is
almost
the
want to put an
correct- yeah.
S, but I do think sometimes you go to a produce section and you're like, this shit looks fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
you go to a Ralph's and sometimes you go in and you're like, it really looks like a bunch of chemicals made this shit in a way that is like not appealing.
Do you
to
not
me.
like when you go in the produce section and it's misting like it's a rainforest?
I like that.
That's
I mean,
great.
listen, it's a high
How
rate.
nice is that?
I'm saying what keeps it from being S.
Yeah, because there's a bit of variance there, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll be like this store has a I don't know if y'all ever go to Smart and Final, but
Mhm.
Smart and Final, I feel like the produce generally underwhelms there.
Yes.
And so if we're talking a catch-all for all stores, I would put it in T tier. Also,
think
sometimes
T
there's
makes-
sometimes too much plastic there.
Mhm.
Like I feel like it's like why
Yeah.
why can't we just have loose fruit? Why
I
is stuff
really
surrounded in
don't
plastic?
like when I'm looking for carrots and they have the carrot in like a plastic cup and I have
Right.
to peel it off like it's a yogurt. I
Yes.
hate that.
Yeah.
I hate
You know
that
what I
shit so
love?
much. Yeah.
I love, and you usually see this, I feel like, more at Asian grocery stores, but the you know those little like sort of like foam nets that like nice pears will be in?
Yes.
I love those.
Those
We
are
got to
fun.
get those more.
Those are good.
I mean, that's how you know you're eating a world-class fruit.
Damn, that's nice.
I love
So
that.
T, how about the deli? The deli in an average grocery store.
Ah. Well, if you get like a fresh made sandwich, I'm gonna set up shop there.
But there's not always. I mean, in most delis in a grocery store, they're just going to give you the cut of meat
Right.
and cheese and send you on your merry way.
yeah.
So for an average store, I actually think I'm going to hit it right in the middle. O.
Oh,
Because-
sounds right.
I think O sounds right.
Because I think it's a pleasant part of the experience.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're not going to go out of your way. It's not an impulse thing. It's not a.
And you know what that like marinated chicken breast they got tastes like. You're like, this isn't bad. Like if
Yes.
you brought that home and cooked it up, you'd be like, yeah, I could make it better myself. But yeah, okay.
Well, you can go to like a Vaughn's or Albertsons, and they have their deli counter. They'll have like fried chicken there, and
Right.
that fried
The hot
chicken is-
bar.
yeah, the hot bar is
Ugh.
great. I maybe we're ranking that separately, but like if that's part of it,
I say that's part of it.
Fine.
for me.
That's a
but-
really good
That's
point.
because it's a part of the store.
Yeah.
Right.
but it's again another thing where there's a lot of variance because some places it's just like, oh well, this is just the same stuff you have prepackaged over here, just sliced fresh. What's the
Yeah.
point?
But God, there's nothing like grocery store chicken tenders are real comfort food for me. Specifically when you get them piping hot at like a Ralph's. Or
There's a
Albertsons.
specific kind of
So-
grocery store chicken tender that's good.
Yeah.
I think there's
Cisco
also kinds
brand.
that are bad,
Okay.
in my opinion. Okay. And that's where we're ranking the deli. How about this? The in-store other store.
Like a Starbucks.
Like a Starbucks. There's a Panda Express in the Vons near me.
I mean, R for me. Because
You don't like it?
No,
You don't like when
because
the-
it's always
you
a
don't like when-
shitty version of
when
the
the
regular
Subway
store.
is in the Walmart.
No, because it's always a worse version. It's always pared down in some way. It's never the complete experience.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the
weren't we-
Pizza
okay.
Hut inside like a Target. It's just
Yes.
like that's a bad pizza.
Were
It
we,
sucks.
Were we not just talking about how nice it is to have a one-stop experience?
But Costco, we're not. That's not a store within a store. The Costco food court to me is Costco. You're implying a different
They're
brand.
both branded the same, but it's the same. It's the same principle.
It's crap.
I only need to go to this one place and it's a whole experience. Now I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'll make an argument for O just because sometimes you're just like, oh, I can get a drink here and I can walk around with my drink. That's nice. Or just like I did my shopping trip. Hey, I kind of nice to have a coffee afterward or something like that. The problem is that yes, you are correct. It is a bad version of whatever generally a chain is.
Yeah.
So my ranking would be E.
You go down to E.
I don't fucking
You
like
did
it.
like. So why were you talking?
Just sort of for the conversation.
All right.
Well,
Fucking
then maybe
gross ass Auntie Anne's and the won't. Fuck you. I don't want to eat that shit.
Maybe we collectively kind of group it in R then.
Yeah.
R makes sense. R
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. How about this? The alcohol aisle. They have like the camera that's looking at you.
Yeah.
With the TV.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's like there's stuff that's under lock and key. You got to get a guy for like top shelf.
And there's
then-
these beautiful bottles, which are nice to look at and touch. But then there's all this suspicion as well.
I think it's R for me. I mean,
think it's
you're not.
R.
I don't buy a lot of like liquor for the home. I'm not a big drinking at home guy in general, so it's hard for me to really say. Like, I feel like the most I'm really buying from a grocery store is like a cold case of beer because there's people coming over. It's not really
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's a plus that they have the cold case.
Yes.
That you can get something that's pre-chilled. I do like that. But I would also probably go R. I think you probably would do better at a specialty store
Yeah.
than trying to grab it at the grocery store. It's also just so unpredictable what they're actually going to offer. I do a lot of NA beer these days, and sometimes they'll have like one brand, and I'm just like, well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Something I like about Trader Joe's is they have a lot of NA beers. I don't know if you ever go there. Anyway.
R. It's an R. It's an R. How about this? The aisle that is all organic or stupid bullshit that is worse than the normal shit.
Well, okay.
You know that
now
one
I'm gonna play
aisle that's
devil's
like it's
advocate.
It's all the
I
chips
like
that are bad chips.
No, I disagree. I think this is a solid, probably T for me. I love that aisle because it's like,
I think
ooh,
it's
this is the
E. I hate
special
that
stuff.
aisle.
You feel like you're like it's like, let's take a trip. You know, we don't need to look at artichokes. Let's look at a weird
Everything
kind of
is
candy.
3 times as much money
'Cause
and
it's
none of
good.
it tastes good.
If it's cloistered off in its own separate aisle, I'm avoiding that aisle. So I'd probably also go E.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll have it'll be integrated into like, hey, you got your regular chips and then you got your
Sure.
organic chips.
If it's
or whatever,
alongside, yeah. I have a second entry here that just says chips. The chips aisle.
Ugh, I mean, that's
S.
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 S. Chips is S. Because there's always something new.
There's
in the
something
chips
to
aisle.
discover.
Oh my
There's
god!
old
A
favorites.
brand you
to
haven't
be
seen in a while.
reminded of.
Ugh.
Although,
Oh my god!
if you're at like a fancy pants grocery store, sometimes they don't have any of the actual like the good brands. Like you
True.
can't get Ruffles at Whole Foods.
Right, but this is all stores. We're taking this as
Yeah.
sort of the median of all stores. If we were using Whole Foods examples for all of this, it would be a totally different
Yes.
like calculus.
I'm just trying to paint with a broad brush.
No,
but
for
I
sure.
would also put this in S.
I
Yes,
understand.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably the easiest S tier of anything we're talking about. I love the chips.
Yeah, I
aisle.
love chips.
I think
love
it's the best
chips.
aisle.
What's everyone's favorite chips?
You know what I have really liked since moving out here is I can't remember the brand, but it's like a see-through bag of tortilla chips and it has a
Okay.
little bit of soy sauce on it. You know what I'm talking
Huh.
about? What is that brand called? They're so fucking
I
good.
don't know if I've ever seen this.
They're really, really good. I'm sure they have them at the Vons by you.
I really fuck with the Doritos Dynamita.
Okay.
That
yeah.
They're like the Doritos versions of Takis. I think they're fucking good, man. Can't really eat them as much anymore.
They've started stateside having the all dressed chips now.
Incredible.
Which
They're good.
Lay's all dressed. I'm a
The-
big fan of.
The
Yeah.
Ruffles all dressed, the Lay's all dressed.
Yeah.
I like the Lay's all dressed because I'm sure you've had the voodoo chips, like
Yeah.
it kind of tastes like the Lay's shittier version of that, but in a kind of a good way because you're like, yeah, this is the Lay's. It's way cheaper, but it's the same kind of stuff. I love all dressed. I hope they keep it around.
It's really, really good. Okay, we got just a couple more.
Okay.
The bakery. The in-grocery store bakery.
I would make a case for S tier because if they have like fresh baked goods as opposed to like the package, you know, the packaged baked goods, the packaged breads, like I will definitely go for those.
Yeah.
And then I'm also, for me, I'm thinking of things like an indulgence for me is I'll get like an individual slice of cake or something.
Same.
Yeah.
It's
Or the
there's something
donut.
so And I think kind of because I totally agree with you about like the fresh stuff, but then also there is something about like the very chemically packaged grocery store slice of cake
It's
that
kinda
is
good.
so nice.
It's
Like,
kinda
like
good.
legit good.
Or the Loft House
sheet
cookies.
Yeah, the cookies with the is that what the insane ones that literally
Yes.
are like
They
yeah,
taste
yeah.
a little bit like Play-Doh.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
No, they're actually
Good as
good.
hell.
I do think that sometimes in a grocery store, the bakery feels like a fakery. It doesn't feel like a real bakery.
Did you write
Feels-
that down or did you just come?
I
up
just
with that?
I just said
Okay,
it. I didn't
just
come up-
checking.
Okay.
Just checking.
Don't bully me. It's
I'm
my,
not bullying you. I was
it's
just
my
asking.
podcast too.
I ask you a question.
I'm trying to have
By the time I
fun.
shoot.
I think it's also okay if you wrote it down.
I didn't write it down.
Okay.
I'm just trying to have fun.
Probably deleted it. So what did you want to say about the fakery?
I say sometimes the bakery feels more like a fakery. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
which-
not a real bakery.
Which maybe
the-
would bump it down a little bit because they
Because,
maybe
like,
not
a-
baking anything in store.
a bread. I think they are breaking stuff in store, but it's like maybe
Pre-made dough or whatever.
it's
Yeah.
pre-made in some way that makes it easier to produce because it's like you compare a loaf of bread from the in-store bakery to a loaf of bread from a real bespoke bakery. There's no comparison.
Well,
But
100%,
that's-
sure.
I don't know if that's a fair comparison because that's the same with the deli. That's the same with all of this. It's like you do the grocery store in its breadth is losing the individual things that a specialty store would heighten just
Sure.
because of the sheer mass of what they're offering.
Sure,
I was eloquent as fuck the way I said that, boy.
I think that was cool.
Yeah,
You sounded
clip
nice.
that, Pat.
Bakery, I'm gonna say T. I'll put it at a T.
I think
S
T.
for-
I think T is fair going.
I think
I'm
that-
gonna go S. I love the bakery. I love the cake.
When you get that hot French loaf they sometimes have, that's great.
The baguette's like $1.
Yeah,
it's
it's super
long as
cheap.
shit. Yeah.
This next one, I don't agree with how this is done in most grocery stores, but it is how it's done in most grocery stores. But the ethnic food aisle. The aisle that is, here's all the, the tortillas and for some reason a bunch of Pocky.
Yeah. Vaughn specifically does this.
Vons does this.
Yeah, I mean it's just it does feel a little bit like insulting because it's also
Yeah.
always a huge markup because they don't buy enough of it to make it that cheap. So you're
Right.
just paying for something that should be normal prices, this like extravagance as if it is something like crazy.
I agree with all of that, but also given what it is, there's good stuff in there.
yeah.
Like there's good
No,
stuff
of course,
in that
of
aisle.
course. But
I'm
you
going
could
to
just
that
go
aisle,
to
going to that aisle a lot.
If you wanted Pocky, you could just go to a Japanese grocery store. I mean, I know that's the whole point is you can't, and that's
Yeah.
But
But yeah, you are right that it doesn't make sense for like a green chili salsa to be side by side with a teriyaki sauce. But sometimes that's what
This
they
is
do.
the annoying thing to me is that why isn't this stuff mixed in with the other stuff? Like
Right.
salsa is a great example. A lot of times I'm looking for a specific brand of salsa.
yeah.
And there's the quote unquote regular salsa that's next to the chips, and then I have to go to this other aisle for the Mexican food to get like the remainder of the salsa options.
I got you.
It's like why is all that stuff there? And
Yeah,
then
just
why
put
are
it in the
why are you
store.
splitting it up like it's two different things? It's not two different things.
I think the aisle, the existence of the aisle is perhaps an E tier because they should not. You're correct. It should
Yeah.
be just
Yeah.
like a part of the store.
But given
However,
what it is,
the contents that it has, I like sometimes you
Yes.
can get like the best sauces there.
Yes.
you know?
exactly.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe it lands an O.
Yeah, I think so.
Split the difference. Let's say O because
Are we gonna do the toys
O
aisle?
for odd. What?
Are we gonna do the toys aisle?
There's no toys aisle in the grocery store.
What do you mean?
Toys aisle.
There is, right?
There's
I wouldn't think of
toys-
there being a discrete toys aisle in a grocery
There's
store.
not a toy
maybe
aisle.
maybe a small toys section.
I would.
next to the magazines
Okay,
or
we're saying.
something.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's think of an aisle. Quarter of it's office supplies. Quarter of it's greeting cards. Quarter to half of it's toys, right?
And then maybe magazines.
Do you not know what I'm talking
So
about?
kind of like the miscellaneous aisle.
yeah.
Yeah, miscellaneous crap. E.
S.
E.
S.
Bad.
You could get a
Awful.
cool Clone Wars toy there if you work hard.
At a different point in my life, I probably would have said S because I could go get like an EGM there or whatever.
Mhm.
But
That aisle
I don't have
always-
any need for it anymore.
That aisle always feels like some shit they have to clean up. Like
Right.
it's a bunch of shit that shouldn't be in the store and they need to put in the back or something.
I'd maybe say R.
Yeah, R or E. I mean, I don't like that aisle at all. The greeting card aisle.
T for me.
It's also like if I do need office supplies, just what I need 3x5 note cards or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck, and I just don't want to make another stop. And they have oftentimes like, wait, you don't have this? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
weird gaps in their inventory.
Also big markup.
Big markup.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the? I'm sorry, we need to end, but I do want to bring up. Do you have the thing? You know where there's like the big fucking rack of just all the bullshit that they're getting rid of that's next to the loading dock? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it's like to go back if they've got the like last of items. I love looking at that. I love seeing what's there. It's always like bouillon cubes and shit.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's heavily marked down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
I like that. And there's a bunch of broken
It
shit.
feels like you're not supposed to buy it.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
You're like cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Spices and cooking.
Wow.
The
I do like looking at those spices.
Me
The
too.
spices and cooking aisle. T for me.
S.
Gonna go T.
I love it. I love it.
I love that aisle. There's not always something there for me. That's why
Yeah,
it's T
that's
and not
true.
S.
That's
I'm
true.
just thinking like sometimes you want like an avocado oil or something. They don't have that, but
Yeah.
I'll put it in T.
T.
Okay, I'll put T as well.
I think most of our ratings are pretty high, which speaks
Yeah.
well to grocery stores in general.
Thank you, grocery stores.
Thank you,
Thank you,
grocery,
grocery
stores,
stores.
for being so cool to hang around in. And that was Aisle B rank. Ranking all the aisles
Well,
at the grocery store.
all right. Nick, it's been a true pleasure to have you.
It has
Thank you
been
for making
such
time.
a delight.
What a
Yeah.
hoot.
Thank you for coming out. Thank
Nick, would
for
you like
being-
to tell everybody about your projects, where people can find you?
Yeah, I mean, Doughboys get played. Chain restaurant podcast, video game podcast. Check it out.
Doughboys
Pretty
and
cool.
Get Played. Two wonderful
Probably gonna get a
podcasts.
lot of heat. Gonna get a big bump.
Yeah. Are you ready for the stores bump?
I would
From
like.
us?
Well, yeah, I need the stores.
I
That's
know.
why I'm
yeah.
here.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
No, congratulations on the show. How
Oh,
exciting!
thank
I think
you.
it's a really fun
I'm-
premise. This
thank
was
you.
a lot of fun.
I'm
Thank you, Nick.
very happy to be doing it with my friend Luke and with such wonderful guests.
Yes, I mean, incredible episode, folks. If you want to find more stores,
Oh, I have one more segment it's
What?
45 minutes. It's called Waste Storage. It's talking about the
all
city
right, you
dump.
can find us. Check us out on Patreon. It's patreon.com/stores podcast, I believe. And we have bonus episode called Stores More. Pretty good.
Stores More. Join the Stores Core
Joins the Stores Core to
by
listen to
signing up
Stores
to the
More.
Patreon to listen to Stores More.
Stores More, where we have some fun on there. I'll tell you what.
$6 a month, I think, and those bonus episodes are good.
They are good. They are
Yeah.
good.
So if you want to support this, if you want to support the podcast, that's the way to do it.
Yep.
Go to the Patreon,
Or
hang out with the community.
second we could sell as many ads to BetterHelp as possible and sports gambling and all that crap, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm not. There's no such thing as selling out anymore. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Nick, for being here once more.
Of course.
I'm Luke.
I'm DBJ. Thanks for listening to Stores.
Bye.
Bye.